Oh my god. Oh, I keep dropping everything. Hello, y'all. As soon as I unmute my mic, I drop stuff. I hope you didn't hear it. But hi, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Now temporary lurk because you need to brush your teeth. Have a great toothbrushing time, Pumpkin. Hello, everyone. Hello. How goes it on this lovely Thursday slash Friday slash whatever it is in your time zone? I'm here for theories. I'm here for theories. I'm here for tier lists. I am here for post-game thoughts. I'm here for some mini-game gameplay. Also, hello, Jack, and hello, Hubert. Hello, everybody. Hello, world. Today was a lovely day. It was a sunny day, which we don't get a lot of those around here. But it's also, oh my god, the first day of summer, right? Hold on, I'm putting on my headphones to enjoy these lovely Final Fantasy tunes. Oh, so good. So good. They always hit. I have been thinking about this game consistently since I finished it last Friday, and I wanted to give myself more time to think about the ending and come up with theories, but I myself don't really have theories to come up with. Like, I have a few, but I was looking for other people's, and I was like, what if we just like rewatch the ending? What if we play some mini games and just, you know, think? Before you run off to brush your teeth, your main theory has been that the two timelines have converged into one and that everyone is there at the same time from the start. Time to wait another 2,000 years for part 3. You're so real for that, Frost. I like that theory, Pumpkin, where it's that they've converged into one. Yes. Yes, let me read that again. Let me make sure I'm really getting it in my brain. They have converged into one, and that everyone is there at the same time from the start. Like, they've converged from the beginning of the game or the beginning of the beginning of part 3. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And also, I'm like fingers crossed that we won't have to wait 4 years for part 3, but you never know. Since you finished the game, you can read fan fiction and go on Tumblr now. I know. I actually haven't touched fan fiction. I've been on kind of a depression from that. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so angsty. We still need Chihuahua stamp. Oh my god, yes. And I didn't look much into the stamps, all the little stamp doggies. And someone, who was it, said there was like 5. There's like 5 different stamps. There's like different worlds are represented by different stamp dogs or something like that. And I was like, this is an interesting theory. I was also wondering if, I don't know if this is like, if we want to watch the Honest trailer. I haven't seen it. I've been holding off on it, obviously, because I was like, you know, there's always spoilers when there's Honest trailers. So I was like, I'll wait. I also have my tier list. I also have a tier list that I was going to revise and I never did. So there is some revisions that need to be done on it. But if I open up Microsoft Edge to revise it, the stream will crash. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. From the beginning of part 3. Okay, so Zack is alive because the Cloud's choice plus Seth's shenanigans is causing a timeline crash. So there's 2 timelines minimum existing at the same time in the same place. I like that. So there's 2 timelines existing at the same, I think, okay, because I still think that there's like the multiple timeline thing happening, but I also am like, I think Zack is in our timeline. I love how we just hopped right in. We're like, we're full on right here, right now, which also doesn't make sense to me. No, it does. No, okay, so okay, hold on. Because my thing is, I'm like, I think Zack is in the same timeline as the party now. But then I'm also like, well, then would he have never died in Crisis Core? Like, because I'm like, well, then Cloud wouldn't have that trauma. But he doesn't have it anyways, because it would be like a different time. I don't know. You're just praying we get a chance to punch Chadley in part 3 for all the torment he's inflicted on us with his intel collecting and VR battles. Honestly. Yeah, same, but also I want the best for Chadley. Like a little smack for him, but I don't want anything bad to happen to him. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean part 2, okay. No hesitation, just straight gas. Exactly. Also, that ending made me sob, and I tried to rewatch it and I couldn't. I like it when I hear No Promises to Keep now, I just insta tears. I think I've gotten over it, but it was a rough weekend. I was like, oh my god, I can't do it. With timelines crashing together, like what if everyone is living out the timeline? We've seen them in Rebirth, but it's all happening at the same time and it's all converging. Yeah, everything is coming together. Cause Sephiroth was like, well, as worlds like come together, they also part or whatever. And I was like, that's a weird line. I feel like he brought the worlds together though. You know what I mean? It's like it is converging. It has converged, but then there's like, what is Aerith alive? Is she, what did I title the stream? Post Rebirth, okay. I had to check. I was like, I had to make sure. I'll get into that later. This is gonna be very unhinged, very all over the place discussion, just things getting thrown out all over the place. Since they brought over this multiverse plotline, imagine one timeline where's that? I can't talk. That one good version of Sephiroth to play as in part 3, that would be interessante. That would be so interesting. I'm going to be so mad if good Seph appears to save the day. Oh my god, I will literally be so pissed. Okay. I know that some people would love that, but I just think that would be so weak. Joelle says Aerith is alive. I think she could be in one of the timelines, but I also think I don't know. I just think that keeping her and Zack alive through the end, and I know I was that one saying, well, I hate, death and fiction and stuff, but like, I just think keeping Aerith and Zack alive is just, it kind of cheapens the narrative, I don't know. They'd have to, if they're keeping both of them alive, or one of them alive, they're gonna have to have part 3 be so unbelievably good that it will make up for that massive plot difference. You'll literally have flames coming out of my ears. Oh my gosh. You fell asleep before the ending, but you just want to ask, is my boy Reeve alive? Yes, Paige, Reeve is fine. Reeve is good. I think Aerith is both dead and alive. Like the Aerith Cloud knows is dead, but the Aerith Zack knew is alive. I think, oh God, what do I think? Actually, I've had almost a week to think about this. I think that the Cloud that we played as, his Aerith is dead. I think that he wasn't able to save her, but I've also seen people talk about, which I can bring up the footage, we can like look at some cutscenes, that there's like this rainbow aura that happens during the death scene, which could mean that, there is this perfect world where, Cloud did save her and we saw him counter Sephiroth. So it's like confusing because we're like, okay, because then she dies, but then Cloud's like, hey, wake up. But then the whole party sees that she's dead. But then Cloud's like, oh, she's fine. Everything is okay. And I'm like, is that him seeing like a golden route, another world in which he lived? Just when Aerith's gameplay was actually getting fun to play as and they offer, oh my god, yeah, just as I figured out how to play as Aerith. Aerith is alive in one dimension, but not in another. Yes, that's what I think too. The problem with timeline shenanigans is that things can go crazy. Our brains will hurt, but they better have part 3 planned so well it's not going to work at all. Yeah, honestly, and like I remember Kendall was like, okay, I don't want to know exactly what happens at the end because I passed her. And she's like, I just want to know if Aerith dies and if you like it. So she's like, did you like it? And I was like, part 3 is going to determine whether or not I liked it. That, because I really cannot say. If they execute it well with what I think that they should do for part 3, then I would say yes. If they understood the assignment, then I would say yes, I think it's done well. If they fumble it, then no. Because if she ends up alive at the end, it's like, well, then why did you kill her in the first place? It's like, what's the meaning of life? What's like, Next thing you know, they're gonna bring Kingdom Hearts and Smash Bros. Cloud into part 3. Oh my god. Yes, and Cloud with like the Vincent-esque cape and like the wing or whatever. Because if they don't, it will suddenly be a sea of plot holes and everyone will be mad. Yeah, and like I think the original didn't need to be changed, but I'm someone who's like, well, if you want to make changes and adaptations and remakes, go for it, but it has to work. You can do it, but it's gotta work. I think Cloud can see Aerith, but in this reality, she's gone, which is jacked up. I think that as well, but I'm like, is he seeing like a live stream projection of her? Because that happens in like, okay, we're gonna bring Advent Children into this as well. I'm sorry, if you don't want Advent Children spoilers, sorry, this is compilation of Final Fantasy VII Spoilerlandia. She's there as a live stream projection in Advent Children as well. So I'm like, well, was that there? But then that, you know, brings the question, why wouldn't she reveal herself to the grieving team? Why would she even reveal herself to Cloud at all if Cloud genuinely thinks she's alive? In the end scene, we saw Cloud equip the black materia into his Buster Sword. Just imagine the awesome, fun Cloud gameplay we got. Oh, you know, that's actually a good point. Also, I attempted to do an Aerith braid. It is currently falling out, but I tried. It's falling out like right here, but like, look, I did it. I can do it. I figured out the rope braid. I figured it out. I can do it. It just falls apart so easily. I think I have broken ends or something on my hair. I don't know. You definitely think they need Cloud to realize at some point that the Aerith he's seeing is in his head. Remember that she died and how the aftermath he was dissociating from, and then that's when he ultimately goes crazy. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna bring that up like at the Northern Crater and have that be a part of his disassociation, which I don't know. There's another theory that the Aerith only Cloud can see is just Sephiroth playing tricks like he did with Rufus as Lodbrok. That's also interesting. Oh my god, there was a theory. I have Reddit open. What am I doing? I have Reddit open. My phone's like, your face doesn't match. I got like a couple end theories, and someone brought that up, I swear. The rope braid. The rope braid is the name of your new band. Oh my god. But whatever they do, it'll be wild. If they were like, LOL, she lived, but only Cloud was seeing her because of what the hell. Yeah, but like that happens a lot where Cloud is seeing people that aren't really there. I don't think it's a projection of Sephiroth. I think it's, I don't know. I feel like it's Aerith trying to comfort him in a way, but also it's kind of like he needs to move on. But he's in such a fragile mental state that it would be kind of, I don't really know how to articulate how I feel about it. The new phone case. This is the new phone case. I'm actually getting another new phone case to stick the Luma pop socket on because I don't want to put it on this one. But yeah, it sparkles, she shines, she shimmers, she glimmers. I do want to get a Lapras pop socket for this though. There's a really cute Lapras pop socket on Etsy. I'm sorry, I have to derail the conversation for just a minute to show you this Lapras. It's, oh my god, jacked. What is that? This is the Lapras pop socket on Etsy, and it's so cute. I'm in actual love with it. They have a Bidoof as well, which I love Bidoof. Bidoof is like my fave, but like the Lapras, it's just unbeatable. It's unbeatable, babes. My god, look at the Lapras. Hello, native. Hello. Also, hi, Jex. Thank you for that beautiful gigantified emote. Real damn shame we never got a Queen's Blood game against Sephiroth or Yuffie. That would be so fun. Now I'm sad. I want one. I want a Queen's Blood match against Sephiroth. I really want a Queen's Blood match against Sephiroth. Let's see. More Rebirth. Just doing your civic duties. I appreciate you. I don't know. I feel like we can go bring up the cutscenes and look at the end because there was people talking about the rainbow aura that was happening. And let me check. I found the post in which I was like, wait, I think you got a point there. Hold on. But it was a whole ass essay on Reddit, and I was like, this is crazy. Let's see. Someone, The materia. What does this mean? You're gonna attempt rebirth hard mode? No! I don't think I could ever do that. I really like to be positive. I really like to have a growth mindset. But I think rebirth hard mode would break my soul. Like, it would shatter my being. I don't think I would survive rebirth hard mode. I truly do not. And there was, Scarlet, that boss, hated her. Had to put her on easy mode. Rufus, oh my god, no. Never. I would love to. Tay likes to have fun and is not into self-torture. Thank you. See, you get me. See, you get me. I feel like I did torture myself a bit, though, with Final Fantasy X, because I was just a dumbass and didn't know how to, like... I didn't know how to use haste. I was an idiot. I was like, I don't need to use haste. Rebirth hard mode looks extremely difficult. Goodbye. Yeah, and I was watching... Y'all, who was in Kai's stream the other day? Who was doing Rebirth? Rufus on hard mode? I was like, oh, and she was doing so good too. I thought she was. And I was like, I can never see myself doing this. Rufy made me proud. When I get around to playing it, it'll 100% be easy mode. I respect you for that, because I would play the games in easy mode, but I feel like there's this, like, I don't know. I feel like there's this weird thing where it's like, you've got to play it in at least normal. And I'm like, well, what if I'm here for the story? You know, I've always been here for the story. I'm not here to make myself upset. I'm here to experience the story, to experience the gameplay in its best moments, not its worst, which is actually my worst moments. I always get wrapped up in the story, so like no need to suffer through normal hard. Oh yeah, and like I'm so glad that you can change. That's something I really like about this game, is that you can change the difficulty halfway through, or you just anywhere. You can change the difficulty literally anywhere, except if you're like directly in the middle of a fight, which I think is so nice, because there have been cases where I've been in a game and something feels literally like so unbeatable because you can't change the game mode. And so I'm like, well, I'm just never gonna beat this. And that usually happens in Fire Emblem, but also I've gotten better at Fire Emblem and I actually know how to strategize now. But like in Fire Emblem, they're like, okay, well you can, if you're on normal mode, you can put it on easy, but then you can't put it back on normal. So they're like, if you're gonna chicken out, you're chickening out for the rest of the game. And I'm like, well, shit. Now you're making me feel like I have to do this in like normal. I can't lower my difficulty. What? But this game was very nice because I would not have survived Rufus. Would not. Absolutely would not have survived Rufus. Also, our tunes at a good level. Totally unrelated to Rebirth as well, but I have recently obtained a way to stream off of my iPad. Well, not off of it, but like capture card for the iPad. So art streams. Got a little capture card for $10 and a HDMI to lightning cable, because my iPad is one of the older ones that has a lightning cable still. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, because art stream one day, maybe. Ooh. You feel like Fire Emblem has really nice learning curves out of most strategy games. Yeah, and when I started playing Fire Emblem, like what? Whoa. Oh my god, the fuck? What happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we alive? Damn, that was rough. We dropped for a minute. We're alive. We're okay. I can't even remember what I was saying. Everything just stopped for a minute. I was like, something about Fire Emblem or strategy, or I don't know. Oh, I just wasn't a strategy player when I first started playing Fire Emblem. And then I learned, oh, you have to use your noggin for this one. Our streams are fun. I hang out in our streams all the time. One day, I might make that PNG mode though when I start doing those. Let's see. I'm gonna find the specific part of this Reddit post that really resonated with me. They talk about the color of the materia, and they talk about holy for the Aerith scene. Where is it? Oh my god, it's making me refresh it. Okay, where was it? Where is it? Does anybody have feelings about the materia color? Because that's where Pumpkin gets all the fire emotes. I believe it. Are they made by the artist streamers? Because, like, I would not be surprised. People come up with the best emotes, and I love to see it. All right. Okay, this person's theory. Oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Because the color of Aerith's materia when they get to Costa del Sol is clear. It's translucent. It's like just a glass orb, essentially. It's not white. But the one in the other universe where Zack was, that one was white, which begs the question, how did this happen? And I don't know if I missed something, but my theory is that at one point, when the world split in part 1 or whatever, because I genuinely think that's where that happened. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. They're really Kingdom Heartsing this. But when the world's timeline split, that the power from Aerith's materia like went into the materia in the other world where Zack is, but then the worlds converge again at the end of chapter 13, and then she has the actual, like, why is my phone turning on? She has the white materia again. So it's like, okay, well, did this dream sequence somehow transfer the power back into her own materia, which would allow her to summon Holy? Which also begs the question, does Sephiroth want them to like sever the timeline to create 2 worlds so the power would be drained so she couldn't summon Holy, in which case he would have a reason to kill her in this timeline because her materia could summon Holy again. Once the dream sequence happened and she got the power back. Does this make sense to anybody? We're gonna have to watch some cutscenes. Does this make sense? Part 3 opening up to be Kingdom Hearts, for real. This is actually the artist for the art inside the, oh, Heaven's Official Blessing book series. Really? Those little emotes? I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm stuck on this white materia stuff now. I need to bring up this page. Where was it? I should have highlighted it. Okay, where is the rebirth part of it? Where is the rebirth part of it? Yeah, this person goes over like Aerith pushing Cloud back into the main timeline, and then Cloud in turn gives main timeline Aerith a brand new white materia, unused and ready to fire on Meteora. I would just think that it was like, did the transfer actually happen, or was that just part of the dream sequence and then like just the power was restored to it? You know what I mean? I feel like the other world only exists for fan service. It does not really have a greater meaning. I feel like they made it so they could bring in Zack for like fan servicey things, but I don't think they would put it in there without giving it any other significant meaning, because that would be so cheap. And I'm like, this is too big of a game to people for you to just throw that in there for fan service only. Like, I definitely think that was the part of it for sure, because it's like, why else would you bring back Zack? Poor Zack. He deserved better in this game. He deserved his own chapter. I'm not asking for much here. I'm like, just a solid Zack chapter. A solid Zack chapter. And I did find out before finishing the game that you could, once you completed it, you could replay it without Zack's story. And I was like, okay, so then why did you put it in? If it's not important enough to have mandatory in there, then why is it in there? You know what I mean? When it's someone like Zack specifically. Because then you could also be like, well, then why do they have options for the gold saucer dates? Well, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about why is this character who is supposed to be dead, who is so beloved by the fan base, why does he have his own little story arc in this game that he's not supposed to have? And then when you finish the game, it's optional for that story arc to be in there. Because, like, he only has like 2 gameplay sequences at the beginning and the end. So it's like, I guess that's why. So do you still have to play through those gameplay sequences? Because technically that's the opening cutscene. I'll have to brush your teeth for real this time. Why materia just confused me in the end. Yeah, for sure. It's Square, LOL. That is why I saw it just as fan service. Yeah. I think it's definitely a big part of that. Because it's like, which, don't get me wrong, I love Zach content. So I'm like, I will eat this up, but I just like, I'm like, you have to execute part 3 so well. You have to do good on this part 3 stuff or I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. And I know I brought up at the end of my Rebirth stream last Friday, I was like, oh, well, I don't think that they should keep Aerith alive if Zach is not, or the other way around. Like, I don't think Aerith should be alive and Zach dead, which I retract that statement because I do think they could keep Aerith alive and Zach stay dead and somehow work it out to be fine. But in the way it stands now, where my theory is that Zach, well, I mean, as far as anyone knows, that Aerith is dead and Zach is alive in the main timeline, I don't really vibe with that because I don't know really why exactly. Maybe because it's like a huge reason why Cloud is the way he is, so it doesn't really make sense to me. Aerith has to die for the story to make sense. Yeah, they have to change the entire story for Aerith not to die. Yeah. And they did say that it's gonna line up with Advent Children, which makes me think they're gonna keep her dead. And don't get me wrong, like, I love Aerith and I love Zach. Zach and Aerith are like among my favorite characters. Like my top 3 are literally Tifa, Aerith, Zach. Aerith and Zach are interchangeable. They're fighting for 2nd place, okay? They're tied. But like, it's just, their deaths have such an important impact on the story that like my sister and I were talking about it, and it's like, if you remove this really important part of the story, then you have to have something of equal sacrifice. You know, it has to be something else awful has to happen for keeping them alive to mean something. You get me? I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, but she has to return to the live stream where they cannot get the materia they need, and that's the white materia, right? Or what is it? I can't remember how exactly happens. My understanding of the end of, oh god, it has been a while, of the OG was that Aerith dies, but she used Holy before she dies, but Holy didn't end up working, but she was able to come out through the live stream, like, and help the live stream actually stop Meteor, right? Square, part 3 DLC, pay $69.99 for Aerith to live. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna live purely because somewhere, I don't have a source for this, but I've seen it everywhere, the devs saying that it was gonna line up with Advent Children, and that just would be weird. I mean, they can do it. They can do it. I think it's possible for them to do it and make it work. I just don't think that they... I don't know. I don't really think they're gonna. If they do keep them alive, I don't really think they're gonna make it work. I don't know. I am very cautiously optimistic and I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait and see. That would be something EA would do, not Square. Oh my god, could you imagine if EA was making these games? I would perish. I would simply perish. Okay. Let's see. I had another thought. I should have taken notes. This person says, Remake was about Sephiroth causing enough change in the plot to force Aerith into using Holy. Rebirth was about Aerith outplaying Sephiroth in the live stream to acquire a new white materia and put the original game story back on track. And then they quote Sephiroth, I must admit, I underestimated you. What do we think? What do we think? Remake was about Sephiroth causing enough change in the plot to force Aerith into using Holy, which then begs the question, well, how did Sephiroth know? Like, why did he need to change the plot? Like, or how did he know? Like, he has access to all this information, which makes me think somehow he's gotten it through floating about in the live stream. I don't know. I feel like they're never gonna clarify that. or if Disney got their hands on Final Fantasy, oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, I need Disney to keep their grubby mitts off Final Fantasy. I need Disney not to touch the things I love. It makes me worried. I love Disney too, but like some Disney, old Disney like Renaissance, you know? But like what they're doing now, he had to change the plot back because the extra stuff is fan service and will not change the end plot. One of the timelines Sephiroth found had Final Fantasy Wiki. He's looking up, wait, my status is deceased? How do I fix this? This isn't fair. Wait, what's my plot synopsis? Yeah. And then he was like, ooh, this is good shit. And then he was like, wait, just rewrites the wiki. Oh my god, I need to see what people are. Someone said this makes a ton of sense to the Aerith outplaying Sephiroth in the live stream to acquire a new white materia. I don't really know, because our Aerith that we were playing with the entire time, she had these memories that she's like, I know that they were there, but now they're not there. Why would she know? Why would she know? How would she know to outplay? I don't know. Maybe there's stuff that I missed. As long as thirsty fans exist, Sephiroth will never be in memory. You so right. I think I'm gonna look up the cutscenes to see if, cause there's like, for at least screenshot reasons. Oh my god, now it's like I can't. We can't do that. We can't have stuff going on in the background. Rebirth, because there was like the rainbow things that people were talking about. Rebirth. How to defeat Reno and Brood. Rebirth. That is definitely, oh my god, I said Rebish. No, that's not how you spell it. Rebirth. Let's see. Okay. Rebirth. It's gonna give me like a 20-hour compilation. I know it. I just know it in my bones. All right. Aerith is in tune with the live stream. She finds out what she needs to from the Cetra. Oh, you're so right. I did definitely forget about that. Oh, we got another ad. Don't worry, I'll switch that. Oh my god. Who's excited for the next Despicable Me? Who's ready? Never mind. That actually makes a lot of sense because Aerith is a Cetra. So yeah, never mind. I definitely forgot that very important part about her. That would make sense if she's like trying to, which I feel like she was really only really getting that. Let's see. Let's switch screens. I feel like she was only really getting all that information when she finally, oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I brought up all the cutscenes, all of them. And she was definitely getting talked to at the temple, so that would give her more information. And then, oh my god, where is it? This whole rainbow-esque looking, okay, what's most replayed? This? Is there any rainbow-esque happening here? No, it's just green. Okay. And then we have, okay, go back. Stop it, you're going too quickly. There is rainbow here. And people have been talking about the rainbow aura being significant and representing like the two worlds, which would make sense here because, okay. He falls through. Sephiroth walks in.
So thank you, Cloud.
So is this actually not a dream thing, and this is like a thing that actually happened in an alternate universe? Because this Aerith gives Cloud the materia, and then all of a sudden our Aerith has powered up materia again. It represents the different worlds being created by people, mostly Zack's choices. And I can see that too. And then there was also a thing where I got confused about the timeline situation when, hold on, when Biggs gets shot and then Zach is like, oh my gosh, and then he like jumps into the mock reactor to like change his destiny and stuff. And then it cuts to him of like a little bit later being like, oh, well, how do I pick between Cloud, Aerith, and Biggs of like who he's gonna help? And it's like, we literally just saw Biggs get shot. So is that another Zach? I don't know. Where Zach went to save Cloud, save Aerith, save Biggs. That was 3 different worlds because all the different dogs as stamp. Oh, I wonder if there's a video with all like the different stamps. And then Sephiroth's there. What's this?
When the boundaries of fate are breached, new worlds are born.
This is important. I don't know if my thing is too...
The planet encompasses a multitude of worlds, ever unfolding. Some quickly perish, while others endure.
Okay, so if some quickly perish, does that mean that we're seeing worlds that will not end up being significant? They're just here to show, like, Sephiroth's, like, vendetta, you know? As the last world we see Zack and we don't see Stamp, so everyone's hoping it's our world. And I think that's a very plausible theory, that it would be. That's what I'm saying. I definitely think that was like a motivation for why they brought it in, but I don't think they would bring it in as pure. They wouldn't write it in there with that being the only weight behind it. I mean, if they were good writers, they would not, which I trust that they are good writers. These are the OG writers, a lot of them. So I'm trusting the process. I really hope they hit and run it at the end. I have faith that they can. I have faith that they will. If they need to delay the game to make it so it will be a hit and run, then I'm like, okay, do what you need to do. Take your time. If you take a million years, but it ends up being a phenomenal ending, go for it. Anime does it all the time and it's super popular. I know, and it just makes me really sad because something about like Final Fantasy VII that I really appreciate is that it doesn't have like this cheapo like fan service, we're just here to make people freak out feel to it. It feels like a soulful story from start to finish. That's like they were here to say something and they said it. And they hit the mark in OG. And I love Remake and Rebirth. Like, I give Rebirth a 9 out of 10. Okay, like 100%. But I am so worried for part 3. I was terrified for Rebirth because I thought they were going to be changing literally so much. And I was so scared because I was like, oh my God. I was like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But, you know, it's, oh. What? Goodbye, I love you. Oh my gosh. You have faith it'll be 3 out of 3. The whole date relationship bar thing is just fan service, as well as the half mini games. I like the mini games as well, which I know there's a lot of people who are like, I got Rebirth burnout because there was so much stuff to do. And I was like, well, you don't have to do it. It's there if you want to. Because I definitely know people would be like, well, if there wasn't anything to do, then it would be like boring. It's like, I don't know. I like that they added a lot of side stuff like the quest and the mini games. I will say it was sometimes frustrating when you had to like, when a quest was like really, or not a quest, like a mini game was really important to a side quest if you wanted your relationship to get up. Because I think that they should have just had dialogue options be the best for that, but
yet even the most resilient
I don't know.
Worlds are doomed to fade.
Resilient worlds are doomed to fade.
Nevertheless, their loss is not to be mourned, for it is not death, but a homecoming that awaits them.
I'm also confused about this.
In the planet's embrace, all life is as one.
And that made me think all life is as one in the planet's embrace. I'm like, well, if there's multiple worlds, that doesn't necessarily mean there's one life stream, right? You don't mind all the side stuff, but it's just fan service, which adds weight to your thoughts about the split worlds being the same. Fair. Fair. With Sephiroth being like... Oh, let me rewind that. Hold on.
But a homecoming that awaits them.
A homecoming that awaits them.
In the planet's embrace, all life is as one.
Would that mean that they all share a life stream? Because to me, I would be like, because in the other worlds, there wasn't a life stream. So does that mean that there actually is only one life stream and this is the timeline where there is one and the other one, you know, are like, was this just one world that was split off since Remake? Like, they weren't split timelines before. Remake was what made the timeline split, and so in these other worlds, the live stream has dried up, which why they would be doomed. Sephiroth is literally just him so much. You do think it's one live stream? I think that's very valid.
Shall her children.
He'd tell you that he only cares about the planet. That he'd do everything in his power to protect and preserve it. But this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
Is this right before the Forgotten City stuff? And this is the worlds converging for sure.
Listen to the planet, Cloud. To her ecstatic cries, her rapture. Scream!
Let's see. What's this?
Cloud.
Let go of the past, Cloud.
The future is bright. We are to bear witness to the reunion of worlds.
I still don't really know what Sephiroth wants out of the reunion of these worlds, because they wouldn't have been split up if it weren't for him in the first place. So I'm like, what are we trying to do? Well, like, and there's the rainbow thing happening here too. I am big on hashtag trust the process on here. They better not make my poor boy Cloud get black robed. I'm gonna be so mad if they won't.
Very stubborn of you.
Oh, what are we saying now? If it was just one live stream, Aerith would have the power to do anything in every world as she pleased. That is a very good point. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's all connected by one stream. I don't think there is a live stream in the other worlds. Well, especially the one Zack was in, because it was like, because, you know, when Zack and Biggs were in the reactor, they're like, yep, it's all dried up. It's all gone, which would make sense for it being like a doomsday end of world type thing happening, you know? With multiple timelines existing, that means there's canonically a timeline where he got bodied by a team of frogs. I love that. I would say it's more the live stream cutting off the world from itself for being too toxic rather than drying up the whole live stream. Ooh, that's also an interesting theory. That is also an interesting theory. Where the live stream is like, nah, bro. We're cutting you off. Let's see. And then he's holding it.
That doesn't belong here.
That doesn't belong here. Which, okay, him saying that doesn't belong here. No, back it up. Hold on. Speak, Sephiroth. Speak, man.
Where am I?
Did he spit him out into another universe? Oh, my brain is hurting. Hi, Kai. Oh, my brain is hurting so bad. I also have a tier list. We can take a tier list intermission anytime you want. He said that doesn't belong here. No. But that would be, I don't know. There's so many things that could happen. And then when the live stream leaves you, the planet is just fucked. Well, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. The live stream would have deleted the world. Oh my God, I cannot get comfy. The live stream would have deleted the world Cloud was in as soon as the reactors were set up, methinks, if that was the case. That's also possible. There's so many possibilities, and sometimes I feel like I'm overthinking things, you know, because it's like it's killing me because I've never played a game before where it's like I know the story, but they're releasing it in segments, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that they're releasing it in segments, but it's making my brain hurt because they're changing some things. And I like have 3 years to now sit on this and be like, oh, well, how much does this change like mean for how this saga is going to end? So that's why I was like really worried about Rebirth, but I ended up really, really liking it. The ending of Rebirth, though, I think it was fine. But like I said earlier, I will have to withhold my full judgment on the ending of Rebirth until part 3. Honestly, I cannot say whether or not it's like for sure, like I think it's good or bad until part 3. But I was satisfied with it, you know? I was satisfied with it. But that could change depending on part 3.
That doesn't belong here.
That doesn't belong here. I think we got back to our own world.
There.
There we go. My frame rate's dropping. Good thing we're not actually playing. Good thing we're not actually playing the game. My frame rate would be understandable. Yeah. Because it's like, I think the ending was fine. Because I heard that people were not happy at all with the ending, which I totally understand. But I personally am like, I think it's okay if they execute part 3 properly.
Very poor form.
Very poor form on your part? That doesn't belong here, so very poor form on whose part? Was he dissing himself? Was he dissing himself? Oh, wait. This is the tree sequence. Okay, well, let's listen to Aerith. What did you say? Yeah, what?
But forget about him for now. Just focus on yourself, okay?
And this is still his little
I'm fine.
dream sequence thing, but back in our land?
Focus on you, Cloud. The one I've been trying to find. The real you.
Huh?
Leave Sephiroth to me. I can handle him.
Spoiler, she can't.
He's planning to use the black materia, but I won't let that happen. He has to be stopped by a Cetra. And I'm the last.
I'm upsetty spaghetti. Sephi too arrogant. To diss himself. True. Is that rainbow? I'm gonna be looking at every single rainbow aura thing now. Kinda. I mean, a little on the outside, but not really.
Thanks for returning it to me, Cloud. I appreciate it.
Wait, is she holding the colorless one
But
now?
now, it belongs with you.
So she takes... What does this mean? She takes...
Thanks for returning it to me, Cloud. I appreciate it.
the
But now,
colorful one
it
and
belongs
gives the
with you.
colorless one back. She just traded with herself. Yeah. And
Empty.
he has the clear one at the end of the game, but Aerith also had...
Aerith?
I don't know if I'm just getting like Nomura'd or something.
Aerith,
Why do I not remember walking this?
come back.
Why do I not remember this specific moment? Why do I not remember walking towards her with the whispers? Well, I definitely did. Okay, what else? And then he like wakes up and stuff. Whoa, wait, hold on. And this is, okay, yes. Oh, she still has the little power, the live stream power in her bracelet. She traded with herself from another world. She did. I believe that she did. I think Aerith is really the 4D chess girl. I feel like Aerith and Sephiroth are the only ones that know what's going on. Everyone else is just confused. Everyone else is just here. Okay, and we keep going forward. Keep going. Not too far, though. Not too far. Okay. Let's get into this fancy-ass CGI cutscene. This isn't gonna get copyrighted, is it?
Pray.
Why does he want her to pray? I don't understand. I would think, at this point, that he just wants to shatter Cloud's brain. There's kind of the rainbow effect up there, too. The rainbow aura! What is with this? I'm looking this up right now. I gotta see what the internet is saying. If anybody has rainbow aura theories, put them in the chat. I will read them all. Rainbow aura FF7 rebirth. Somebody help. Somebody help. Let's see. Why the rainbow? Oh, someone is like, here's why the rainbow timelines theory doesn't fit. Oh my gosh. Cloud is playing checkers and Sephiroth and Aerith is playing wizard chess. Absolutely. I believe it. I believe it. Okay, this person says that they don't think people's rainbow timeline theories work. But I don't even know what people's rainbow timeline theories are. So what are you saying, Mr. Reddit person? After Sephiroth descends on Aerith, two realities can be seen. In one, there's a rainbow light in the background and Aerith seems alive. And in the other, the lighting is normal and Aerith dies. In the rainbow reality, I'm gonna wait and go for this when we get to that part of the...
When worlds merge.
We're gonna address that when we actually get to that scene, but we have...
To feed the planet.
When spite and sorrow are harvested to feed the planet. So does he want to kill Aerith to feed upon the negative emotions? Because he was like, when spite, you know? Because Sephiroth is like a negativity vampire, you know? He's like, ooh, yummy. I'll take all these negative emotions and I'll give you guys all geostigma. More, give me more. Is there any rainbow over here? You made it back! You decided to scoop the litter boxes while you were up and about. Welcome back, pumpkin. Okay, he made it through. Is there any... Oh my god, her prayer is literally so sad. You're not gonna make me listen to this. Also, I don't know what happens if you don't press, or if you do press the button. I'm assuming it's one of those, it doesn't matter what you do, because the story will proceed the same either way, but I chose to not press the buttons, because I don't know. Because I don't know, I just didn't feel like pressing the button. Also, can we appreciate the flooring on this altar? Taylor is going full Kylo Ren meme with the rainbow theory. More! For real, though. This hurts. No rainbow yet. No rainbow yet. This hurts. I seriously, I know that some people want Aerith to live. I love Aerith. I don't want people saying I'm an Aerith hater. I love her. I don't think she can survive. I do not think that she can survive in the main timeline and them wrap this up good. Oh my god, the way the music picks up right there, it makes me sick. It's done so good. Oh my. Okay. There was a little bit of live stream energy happening right there that I saw. There's no rainbow. There's, let's, like, come on, hold on. Back it up, back it up. Let's just watch it. It's kind of just a spark, but there's like a tint. Look, there's rainbow, there's rainbow, there's rainbow. Rainbow! I'm going crazy. There's rainbow. There's rainbow. There's rainbow. There's rainbow. I think somehow Sephiroth has found a way to feed off bad vibes, like it makes him more powerful. Yeah, and like even in Advent Children, I think that's like the main thing with Geostigma, right? Is it's like, what is it? What is it? Was it Genova or whatever? Something about choking the planet and corroding it. I don't know. Okay, so this person about this scene in the Rainbow Theory, and this person says in the Rainbow Reality, this is someone on Reddit, Cloud is able to overcome Sephiroth's control and free his sword from the Black Whispers. This is where the rainbow first appears. There's no blood. There's no stabbing. Aerith falls down while her white materia bounces away. It's still white, not green like in the OG. Well, that's kind of always, I mean, yes. Yes, Shade, happy Pride. Bring out the Pride emotes. We have the rainbow on the screen. We got rainbows in the chat. Pride month. Pride month. Oh, sorry, we had to do that. But in the rainbow reality, Aerith closes her eyes and loses consciousness. I don't get why this would happen, though. Hold on. Stay with the program. It still falls into the water. Sephiroth bursts into laughter. Cloud cries. He doesn't talk, though that's only apparent in the non-rainbow scenes. Aerith opens her eyes, reaches for his face with her hand and comforts him. And then Cloud puts Aerith, like, lays her on the ground as she falls asleep again and says, I've got this. Sephiroth hears this and in the original Japanese version says, it's not strange that it's not, am I reading this right or did this person typo? It's not strange that you haven't realized it yet. After all, you're just a puppet. I don't look at all the pride emotes. Look at all the rainbow. Where did I lose my space? Where did I lose my space? I was honestly confused as hell when Kai was at this point. Honestly, same. And Aerith is my fave character. I love her, but it doesn't make sense for her to live. Yeah, her returning to the live stream is a major plot point. Yes. And I am also a Aerith lover. I mean, obviously, like, she's not my fave, but, like, she is, like, my top 3. And I just don't think, I think if they keep her alive, they're gonna fumble. I don't see how they could. I don't know. I want to trust the process. I'm so scared. Now Cloud needs to figure out how to feed off good vibes. Yes, he does. Love Aerith too, but her death is one of the main reasons why Final Fantasy VII's story is so good. Yeah. Yes. I agree. Hopefully in the next one where Cloud figures out how to get all the good vibes, it would probably make more sense for him to feed off the emo vibes. Oh, and look at all those rainbow emotes. Fun fact, in the Zero Patch version of Rebirth, the white materia is green, but they changed it to white basically immediately. Really? Why? Why they? I mean, I get it because it's called white materia. I get it. It is called white materia. I don't think there's any symbolic reasons for them changing it to brain work white from green. But yeah, that's interesting just for science. What else did they say about this? After Sephiroth in the Japanese version says, it's not strange that you haven't realized yet. After all, you're just a puppet, but that's when there's no blood. The rainbow one is where there's no blood, no stab. After the battle, Cloud approaches Aerith's body, which seems to be peacefully sleeping, while laying on her back, gently holds her and tells her to wake up, which she does, and they smile at each other. All of this happens in the rainbow light scenes, which for many people depict a timeline where Aerith survived. This person is trying to debunk the rainbow theory, which again, I still don't really know. I still don't really know. However, Sephiroth's words to Cloud don't make it look that way. And here's another problem. In the rainbow moments, Aerith, when reaching her hand to Cloud's face, is emitting life stream particles, the same as the dream Aerith from Remake did, which would suggest this is her spirit, not her physical body. So, if we assume that the rainbows belong to a different reality, where Masamune was deflected, she would still be dead in it. What? What? As soon as I put my phone down. Let's see. Can I? Because there is eventually blood. Yes, like right here, there's no... Okay, so there's blood here. And there is no rainbow. Is rainbow reality? Is rainbow reality? I think rainbow's reality. I know a lot of modern media, people want an out to death and figure out reasons for the characters to come back to life. People now can't handle characters dying and want ways to bring them back, even if it is essential to oh my god, my brain is not working, to the story that they die, like Aerith. Yes, I agree. I think people just, I don't know. I just feel like there's been like a decline in like actual serious like death and like really popular things, at least in the stuff that I consume. Like there's, okay, she falls, this is rainbow, but in the non-rainbow stuff there is blood. I think non-rainbow is reality. I don't know why Aerith would fall over in this unless she's just being dramatic. She's like, I got you. Ooh, you've been pranked, Cloud. We can all laugh about it later. This is gonna be wrecking me apart for a while. This is gonna be wrecking me for a while. And there's no rainbow in the finale. Rainbow. And okay, this is what I really want to talk about. This particular part right here. No, back it up. This is the one that I really was like, okay. This specific part, because he's starting to glitch out. I don't know how else to say it. Glitch out, essentially. And he's speaking, because I also saw that a lot of fans were upset that Cloud didn't have his speech where he's like, Aerith will no longer laugh, she'll no longer cry, she'll no longer smile. People were really mad about that, which is absolutely fair. I think that they're going to bring that into part 3, because it clearly happened here. They're just not letting us as the audience see it. And there's also like the fact that Cloud is an unreliable narrator. So when you see things through Cloud's perspective, it's like there's kind of this, you can't really trust it. You can't really trust what Cloud is seeing because he's an unreliable narrator. So you, like, what he's seeing, it might not be what's actually happened. I mean, I will cite the beginning of this game. The beginning of this game, through Cloud's perspective, is not true. That is not how the events actually unfolded, but it's how Cloud remembers it. But he's an unreliable narrator. So it's like, you know, there's people who have played OG and like know what happens. So it's like, so it's like dramatic irony. But for like new people, they're like, oh, this is interesting because, you know, you wouldn't have that background information. There's no way she'd be falling like that if she was still alive. It's interesting that the Dark Whispers disappear right after the Masamune deflection, like Sephiroth already knows he won. Oh, I didn't catch that, Shade. I didn't catch that. That's nice. Nice catch. Not gonna lie, I love good unreliable narrators, so we'll see if this pans out. Oh yeah, I love unreliable narrators. And I don't know. I really love it because it can make something so trippy and it gives way for some really cool plot twists, because that was one of the big plot twists in OG, was when people were like, wait a minute, all of Cloud's memories are fake? What? And I think that's really cool. And I think that that's kind of what's happening here, is that we're getting the unreliable narrator side. And like when the other party is present without Cloud, I trust what they're seeing more. Also, somebody, I think it was Kai, brought up that everybody had a limit break at the boss fight, at the beginning of the boss fight, except Cloud. Because Cloud doesn't think that Aerith is actually gone, but everyone else saw her dead, so then they're freaking out. So then they're like charged up, they're enraged, they're like, we shall fight for our girl. And Cloud's like, we don't need to fight for her, she's cool, what? Like, we're chilling. Yeah, yes, that's so cool. Yes, and that's like a really nice detail to include, which makes me think that this isn't, you know, this isn't just pure fan servicey shock factor, that like there is a reason behind it, because like there's the small details like that that a lot of people wouldn't maybe think about, like the details that you see in gameplay that aren't necessarily like you experience in the story, but you go into a boss fight and everybody else's limit break gauge was charged. I just thought I was that good. I was like, wow, look at me. Nope, they did that on purpose. I was humbled. The Wall of Whispers specifically. Let's back that up, shall we? After the deflection. All right, here, let's... Am I putting you guys through pain? We have to watch this over and over. So we got the little circle. No! The circle, and it goes... Why do we think that is? Why do we think that is? Poor Cloud will never be hired to narrate anything. Unreliable is basically in his resume. Yeah, essentially. Oh my god, when Barrett was like, oh yeah, I just thought Cloud lost his mind again. I was like, dude, I mean, yeah, but like... Okay. Why would him deflecting the thing? I don't know. I honestly, my brain hurts from all of this. Not in a bad way. Just there's so many directions that my brain is going for, like so many possibilities, that it's hard for me to make everything cohesive in my mind of what like a preferred path, I guess, because there's so many theories, so many ways things could happen, that I'm like, it's hard because there's so many like theories that don't work with each other, but they can work by themselves and work into part 3. So it's like hard for me to be like, well, I feel like this, because I have so many feelings, but a lot of them contradict, you know? Also, Tifa's the only one besides Cloud who saw Aerith dead and alive, which is interesting.
Her tears are empty.
And she was like the one that physically went over there and like was like, oh my gosh.
Just like...
Your tears are empty just like you. Hold on. I kind of want to... What color is it? Can I make it slower?
Just like...
Hold on. I want to pause that at the right time. No, that's still rainbow. There's blood. I caught blood in the rainbow. They lie. There's blood in the rainbow. Y'all saw it. Oh, this screenshot hurts. That's pain. That hurts. It's like this Cloud is crying, but he doesn't know why. It's like he's feeling the pain of what he, like, Like, this Cloud has experienced the pain of Aerith dying, but he doesn't know why, because he sees her and she's fine. And then he's like, oh my god. But then she's like surrounded by the life stream particles, to which I will make an Advent Children reference. When Kadaj is dying and the literal same thing is happening to him. This is literally Kadaj's death. This is literally Kadaj's death. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be pausing at all the really painful moments. It's for my sanity, okay? It's like, I need to figure this stuff out. Okay, so... No rainbow. No rainbow, but you know what there is? A puddle of blood under Aerith. I think this is reality. I think this is real. I think, okay, let me catch up. Let me catch up with chat. I wonder if the Planet Sanctuary released a version of it that Cloud entered does not allow fate to be changed. Like, it's illegal in that location. That's also valid. I don't know if trying to make a game with split universes cohesive works. I think it's supposed to be chaotic and not make sense, adding to your drive to want to learn more. That's also very valid. Because if I, like, was making all these universes as if I was in the room where they're writing the story, then I would want my fans to be thinking. Like, I would want the fans of the game to be, like, really thinking about, like, all this stuff that could be happening. So it doesn't necessarily have to make sense. I don't know. I'm getting everything everywhere all at once right now. I don't know if anyone has talked about this, but I love the Sephiroth's pupils are sharper like a cat's and clouds are rounder, showing Sephiroth's true heritage. Yes, Sephiroth is that guy. Sephiroth is that guy. Blood in the Rainbow. We have the receipts. Sephiroth is that guy with the little kitty pupils. If you're on YouTube, you can slow the pacing down to like 0.5. That's so true. This part Tifa sees. Is it a puddle or a shadow? I think it is red. It is. Someone screenshot and up the saturation. I'm sure it is red. Throwing that out there because my blind butt sees a shadow versus a puddle when it should be a puddle. I think there's blood on her hand too. Or they show it when they go do the little glitchy thingy again. It's a puddle because you can see a difference in Cloud's shadow. Oh god, now I'm gonna have to pause it on that too. Hand/arm confirmed. I need new glasses. Sephiroth is a kitty. Sephiroth's meow. Oh my gosh. Okay, but well, he flicked the blood off. There's no blood on the sword. I don't know. So they see... This is the blood, and then it glitches to without it. Blood, no blood. Blood. Yeah. No blood. There's blood on her hand. And there's... No blood. Nope, there's blood on her wrist, though. Oh, wait, it's just because it's bad quality. I would have to replay this part if we want, like, good resolution, because there is blood on Cloud's glove, but you can barely see it. No! Yeah, see, and then that's clean there. Sorry if this is, like, I'm not on desktop. I'm literally on the PlayStation. Yeah. I think this is the real timeline. I do not think the Aerith is going to survive part 3. And so it begins. Speak.
Confluence of
worlds and emotions. Also, can we just talk about... Listen, I know... Come on. I just really like this one particular scene where Sephiroth is like, and so it begins. I'm like, oh.
And so it begins.
I'm one of those people. I don't like him, but I'm not blind. Okay? I'm not blind. This is an attractive man. I'm not blind. I am an honest woman. I will speak the truth. I will speak it. Ugh. Sephiroth knocked down the glass from my table. Villainy. I wonder if the flicking of blood is a callback to the Sung scene. After Sung is stabbed, Sephiroth flicks the blood to the ground and says to Aerith, "You'll see him soon enough." Yes, yes. I like that one. Yes, I agree. She's already dead. How can she survive in part 3? Because people are convinced that she's gonna like get brought back and have like a happily ever after. And yeah, I do too. You like this scene, right? Like, he's a good looking dude. Not for us, but we can definitely see he's good looking. Exactly. I mean, yeah, I know he's an awful person, but I mean, his looks ain't awful. His looks ain't awful. Like, why did they make him pretty? Like, they knew we would be thirsting after him. Oh, there's this streamer. Oh my God, I think this was a TikTok. And she was like, I just know that if Sephiroth looked like Hojo, that y'all would not be thirsting after him. Like, she was like, y'all give Sephiroth pretty people privilege. And it's true. It's true. Because, come on. It's true. She has a point. She has a point and she's right. And she's like, if Hojo looked like Sephiroth, then people would be all over him. And to which I say, some people, because there's something about Hojo that's just a little bit too creepy, you know? Like, they cannot be saved with a pretty face. Like, even just simply hearing his dialogue, I'm like, a pretty face couldn't save that. Absolutely not. Like, no, never. Never. That's why Vice exists. Is it Vice? Is that how you pronounce it? That's why Vice exists. Yeah. Oh, you're so right, Kai. God, I forgot about Vice. I forgot. They wanted to make sure we had the hot villain option. Yeah. Is there an ugly Final Fantasy villain? Oh, Seymour. I don't really like him. Sorry. I don't. Ooh, it's his hair. It's everything, actually. Seymour is just a walking ick. He's hot, Joe. They didn't have to do it, but they did it for us. I think they made him pretty because he's supposed to be the perfect soldier, the embodiment of genetic manipulation being at its peak. Yes. He's literally supposed to be genetically perfect. So, like, obviously he looks like this. They had no business making him this. Hojo is like if Grease gained sentience. That is beautiful. Oh my God, Jade. It's kind of like when I was watching the first season of Shadow and Bone. Oh my God. I knew when I read Shadow and Bone. Ben Barnes is fire. Like, even if he's not for you, you can definitely see why some people would be dazzled by him, even while afraid of what he can do. Absolutely. Oh my God. And when I was reading Shadow and Bone, I was like, I just can't picture him as Ben Barnes. And then they made him Ben Barnes, and I was like, now I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. In fact, all the soldier members are attractive in their own respects. Yeah. Oh my God. Let's just watch all of Loveless, like Genesis's version. It's like, you know, when girls put in their bio Taylor's version because of like Taylor Swift. We're all going to be doing Genesis's version of Loveless. Hashtag Hojo still did nothing wrong. Hojo's the victim. Ugh, he can perish. Like the grease monster from Fern Gully singing Toxic Love. Oh my God. Look, Ben Barnes could show up to my house in a damn cape and eyeliner, and I'd be like, okay. I mean, I almost got swayed because he's hot. Hojo was manipulated. Hojo sucks. Even because I know, oh my God, some people are like, well, Hojo was manipulated by Genova. Even if he was, he still is absolutely insane. It's like Genova would amplify the insanity, you know? He made a bunch of hot people, nothing wrong with that. Oh, well, we do got a point here. I mean, he did make a bunch of hot people. He did make a bunch of hot people. We're not gonna lie about that.
A confluence of
Only
worlds
truth here,
and
only truth.
emotions. Loss, chief.
Jenny, stop mind-bending people. It's not poggers.
It engulfs fleeting moments of joy, transforming them into rage, sadness, hatred.
So they're all mad. I like how Kate's nose twitches. He's just a negative emotion vampire. I don't get this still. You know, for my own sanity, am going to withhold racking my mind too much over this until part 3, which I know is 3 years, but I was racking my brain over what was gonna happen in Rebirth 2.
Never see the truth with such clouded eyes.
Okay, I'm sorry to pause again. He says you will never see the truth with such clouded eyes. I think that truly means that he's in denial about Aerith dying. I feel like I am a broken record, but like he's so in denial. 100%. 100%. We don't have a picture of Hojo pre-Genova, so we can't say that he was sane or insane before that. Okay, but on the other hand, Seth being a good-looking man and a villain shows that it's not always the weird, ugly person. It's often the good-looking ones pulling the crap in front of your face. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, I cannot type good-looking. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my god. Okay, but like notice how the whispers look like wings as they swirl around the dead Aerith. Oh my god, oh my god. Hold on, we're going back. I'm so sorry. It shows that people will focus on the weird, ugly one over the attractive and infinitely more evil one. And that, my friends, is what we call pretty people privilege. Say it with me. Say it with me. You know why they always make the mean girls in a movie the absolute prettiest. I said what I said. Pretty people privilege. And then people will be like, oh my god, but they're so popular, so nice. To you. To you. But these are the white whispers swirling around her. Do you think they're like...
However, you'll never see the
Hi, Jenna!
Shut up!
We've got thoughts happening here.
After all,
Oh my god! Thank you for gifting a subject.
a puppet.
Thank you for gifting us up to Jenna. Hearts to you. And I know that this technically isn't even Sephiroth right now because it's Genova. Is it gonna show us all the boss fight? Wow. I think they absolutely bodied this music though. They did so good. This song for this particular part of the boss was incredible. Because it's just like in OG when she dies and then you immediately get thrown into a boss fight with like, oh my god, the emotions are high, dude. Oh, I wonder if there's a comparison video. I wonder if there's a comparison. That's always the case. Look at some of the biggest known serial killers and how many people were trying to defend the handsome ones. Yes! Oh my god, thank you. They're like, weird ugly dude is definitely evil, but this dude is handsome. He didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, brain rot. It's kind of sickening to me. Absolutely. One thing that confuzzles me is that right before Cloud swings his sword upwards, there's a single white feather on the lower part of the... Oh, on the lower right part of the screen. Where? Like... over here when he swings his sword. It's Angeal, guys. Angeal's here to save Aerith.
Never see the truth with such clouded eyes.
Right before he's... Shut up! Oh, fuck. Okay. I missed it. Right before Cloud swings his sword upwards. At this particular part. Right before the deflection. Oh. Hold on. That's such a far way back. It's not really. Hold on. We're getting the deflection. Sephi was manipulating Genova. That was confirmed with OG. Yup. I don't know what the White Whispers means in the long run, but it's an interesting choice that they're swirling around while Aerith is dead and looking more like wings, but also specifically two sets of Seth's single wing after he killed her. I want to theory craft more, but you have to lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Kai. Have a good stream as well, Kai. Thank you. Right before the deflection. Right before the deflection. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Where? Oh my god. Right before. Right. No. Yes. Bottom right. White feather. I don't know where I am. In the Freeman cloud. Okay. Am I blind? Is my cord blocking that? This screenshot is awful. I'm so upset. Also, I have noticed the white whispers. Looks like Sephiroth's wings. 2 sets of 1 wing if you weren't pausing a lot. So yes to all the pausing. There we go. There we go. We are pausing a shit ton. We love pausing in this house. Okay. Yep. White feather. Am I? I think I see it. No. I do. I do. I see it. Shade. I see it. Do y'all see it? It's the white feather. That's the feather, right? Everyone, look to the right. Look to the right of the screen. I'm putting my camera like right. It's gonna be like right above me. No! Look. Look. No, was I in front of it? I don't know. Hold on. Let me slow it down. I'm gonna pause it again. No! It's literally right there. Why is there a single white feather? Hey, devs. Hey, devs. Hey, devs. Hey. Hey. Or it's being caught by the light, or it's a black feather and it's lit up. That's also plausible. But look at this. Both options are plausible. It being white or it catching the light. It could be either. Let's go past all this shenaniganery. Sephiroth, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Get me. I'm not doing all the boss fight stuff. The Zack stuff is really confusing. I'm not going to really worry about it. Oh my god.
So hold it up high.
Does anybody want some Modelo?
Because it's the things you make that show what you're made.
The bottoms are the same color.
You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Modelo.
Oh, Zack, I love you so much.
What in the hell?
I'm not really worried about Zack right now. Like, I love you, Zack, but I am not at all concerned with what's going on with Zack at the moment.
Those stupid wings.
This is also boss. But, like, is there anything at, like, the end cutscene? I think that this fight was,
Be gone. Your part is played.
How can you want an eternity of loneliness?
Be gone, your part has been played. I think she's absolutely dead in the actual timeline that gamers will be playing through. Yeah, and he has 2 wings. Or he did at one point, is that what someone said? I feel like someone said at one point that he had 2 wings. I didn't personally see it. Where? I love seeing Sephiroth just struggle to beat Cloud every single time. He looked mad. I mean, I know he laughs afterward, but it's still funny because he was mad. I laugh at your frustration. Whatever, stop laughing at me, dude. I know I was laughing at him, but like, ugh. Okay, and there's Zack, and then there's, oh my god, this was awful. This was genuinely so awful. This has gotta be reality. I will die on the hill. I am willing to be wrong. Absolutely willing to be wrong. I will die on the hill that this actually happened, that we are going to be facing the aftermath of Aerith dying in the next game, and part of Cloud's mental breakdown will be realizing that she is no longer with us because for some reason he pulled a whole thing that he did with Zack, but with her, because see, now we got Rainbow, and this is where she wakes up and she's fine, and I'm like, I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Zach is watching the FF theory videos. What in the hell is going on? Oh my god, wait, I forgot to send some videos to myself. Or some, oh my god, I forgot to send something. I was gonna put it on the stream. I thought it was funny. Hold on. This is so sad. I'm not watching this. The two Whispers / Seth Wings still going.
Aerith. Wake up.
The insta-death mechanic for the last fight was evil. Oh my god, right? It got me twice, which I'm honestly so impressed with myself for that entire final boss sequence. I only got 3 game overs and 2 of them were from Sephiroth at the end, and I am absolutely shocked that I did so well. It took forever, but like for me, that's like really good. Like only 3 game overs? What do you mean? Only 3 game overs? What do you mean? Yeah, no, she's 100% dead. I think she's 100% gone. I don't know. I guess I can see how it can be interpreted in another way, but why else would this party be so upset? Because it's an alternate timeline. It doesn't, well, no, this has got to be the main one. And the other ones are alternate. Like, this is the canon, the fate, I guess, what's supposed to happen. And everything that Cloud is seeing is not real. I truly do not believe that they are going to end up resolving this in a way in which Aerith will live.
Can't stay here forever.
Because it devalues
Let's get
this. If Aerith survives, then what is the point of this? What's the point of everybody crying? What is the point of them being so upset? And then we have the sepia filter, which is also interesting. I don't know. The film major in me is trying to find the significance in the color palette. Like, why did they pick sepia? Normally it would be like black and white, and now since this like little glitch happened, now Aerith is here and they're playing this eerie music.
I'll see you off.
They're playing this eerie music, but they're smiling at each other, which makes it so unsettling because everybody else is grieving. This doesn't feel triumphant. And there were so many people that were like, yay! Yay, this means good things. I don't think it means good things for Aerith. Everyone else is upset. Except Cloud, who is looking at Aerith, who is not actually there. Look at this. Look at this. I have to read y'all chats now. I have to read the chats. Oh my god. We paused on Tifa. We paused on Tifa because we love her. 2 times when Sephiroth shows exertion, this moment, and when he slashes the baby weapon. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. Very good to note. Seph, I don't think ever has 2 wings ever. The one wing is symbolic and actually has a meaning. Yeah. But like, you know how sometimes like, I think it's Angeal. He has like the one wing, but like the baby wing, you know, like that. You know what I mean? There's a 3rd one, but there's mainly just the 2 going around her. Oh, the whispers. I'm going to scream if the 3 looking like Seph's wings. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Means something more than she's dead and Cloud isn't seeing it right now. A good scream, by the way. I wonder if Cloud will realize Aerith's death at the Whirlwind Maze / Northern Crater, or if it will be in the live stream sequence in Medeal. I also wonder that as well. I do wonder that. Also, oh, hold on. I had a glitch for a second. So something from this, the materia Cloud gives to Aerith is white, and is shown to still be white after she dies, but in the OG, when she prayed, it turned to a green-white color, signifying her wish reached the planet. It's still white in the end of this. Was it ever white in the OG? Because correct me if I'm wrong, because I only remember physically seeing the white materia in OG in her death cutscene when it was green. But I do like that being like it turning green to signify that the prayer reached the planet, because I don't know, I thought it was weird in OG when they're like, it's called the white materia, but then it was green. And then I was like, well, it's white magic. But I'm like, why not make a, I don't know. Maybe it was a rendering thing. Maybe it's a technology thing. Maybe it's a lore thing that I personally missed on my playthrough. I don't know. The world's the worlds temporarily merging might also be an argument for Aerith dying in all the worlds. That is also plausible. Because we still have that one scene where Aerith pushes Cloud back into reality and Sephiroth walks up, like sneaks up behind her, like hoo hoo hoo. And we don't see what happens. Where was I? Suffering for no reason. Turns out Square did it all to make people read more into something that means little. I wouldn't be surprised. Because there is always cases where, you know, something like this comes out and people overanalyze the wrong parts. And you never really know until everything is released. And I always like try to look at the media I ingest with like, okay, well, what do I think is going to happen? What do I want to happen? What did I think the devs were going for? And did they do that well? Because people argue over interpretation all the time. And they're like, well, no, my theory's right. Your theory's wrong. And I'm like, or we could be asking ourselves, okay, but what were the devs intending? Because what the developers intend for the audience to get across at the end of the day is canon, I guess. So like you can interpret things all sorts of different ways, but that doesn't change the way that the developers want you to see it, which is how it's supposed to be seen. But you of course can interpret all these scenes in different ways. So another interesting point with the worlds temporarily merging, it was white in the OG, then it turned to a white green. I can't even remember. Hi Ragtag, what's up? It was shown it bounced down the pillars into the water, and then it was shown glowing green-white in the waterfall sequence in the City of the Ancients in OG. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna have to go look at OG cutscenes now? Gotta go check on OG.
Tifa, come on.
Can you imagine how unsettling this would be for Tifa? Because she's like grieving the loss of like one of her best friends, and Tifa has lost so many people. And she lost Jessie, which was her other really close female friend. Now she's lost Aerith. It's like, Tifa just can't win here. Tifa just can't win here. My poor girl. And I think that that happened after the water funeral. I think that that happened, and they're just not showing us this. I'm not even going to talk about the Glenn stuff because I mean, I care, but not enough to make a theory about it. Not enough to make a theory about it. And you know. Did I see rainbow? And then we've got these little weapons that are so cute, and I've heard people be like, oh my god, the pink one is like a little Aerith weapon. Whee! Or is it like baby Sapphire and Ruby weapon? I don't know. Is it baby Sapphire and Ruby weapon? Could be. Who knows? Why is Zack in the church? I don't know. I think he's in our world. Where are we? This, they're just, you know, doing their little thing. The best for me is when the devs are like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be, and you still have fans that are like, nope, that is wrong. My theory is correct. Yeah, I also am like, oh, because there is so many ways to interpret things. But if the devs tell you, hey, this is how it goes, you can be like, well, I don't think you really executed it well, because everybody's entitled to their opinion on how they feel about how things happened. But if the devs tell you you're wrong, then take the L and move on. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, well, I thought this, but I ended up being wrong. Oh, well, darn. Maybe next time. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. How about you? Glennaroth and his feet. Glennaroth and his feet. The dog's always out. Doing good. Wonder if the baby weapon will defend us against Diamond ruby, emerald, ultima, sapphire weapon in part 3. If only. What if they show up as the weapon's little buddies? Like how Yojimbo in Final Fantasy X has the little doggy. Oh, and I love that Sid is humming the theme. But not just the Final Fantasy VII theme, the Final Fantasy theme. The franchise theme. And he's also voiced by J. Michael Tatum, and I was like, shut up. I was so shook. I was like, no fucking way. Are you serious? He's holding the clear materia.
Oh, shit.
Nice catch.
Oh my gosh.
So, what Aerith actually do anyway?
And then they don't want to talk about her, and she doesn't speak this entire time unless if it's with Cloud. This is her spirit.
Well,
Or Cloud's hallucinating. It's either her spirit, and she, look at this. She literally is the only one unaffected. I cannot believe there's people who think she's genuinely, I'm sorry if anyone thinks she's genuinely alive during the scene. I'm not trying to yuck on anyone's yum. I just think there's absolutely no way. Look at this. She's the only one unaffected by the jet thing. Look at her.
well,
She does not move. She does not flinch. Her hair, her dress, she is unfazed. Unfazed. Hope we see the real weapons in the next part, not just these weird swimming ones. Oh, me too. I hope we get a, oh God, what is it? The submarine thing to go fight Emerald Weapon, which I probably will not do. I don't know if they bring, I have to fight Emerald Weapon. I have to try. I tried doing it in OG and I got my ass beat so hard. I tried. It was too hard. Stamp Weapon. Yes, yes. Giant. I combined the words. Giant dog kaiju battle. Sid is voiced by him. I was like, no fucking way. I was shook. I was absolutely shook because I saw, I think it was Susie, who's oh my God, I can't pronounce her last name. Jung, I think. Susie, who voices Yuffie, and Brianna White voices Aerith. They posted like cast photos or something, and J. Michael Tatum was there. And I was like, why are you here? I went on and checked. I was like, is he Sid? Is he? Yeah, he's Sid. And I was like, no way, dude. I was like, yo! I thought it was very cool. But yeah, no, she's definitely Gonzo Bean in this scene, which absolutely makes me sad.
We are clear
But
for takeoff.
Finally.
and Yuffie's crying, Tifa's crying, Red's upset.
It's not fair.
Aww.
Aerith?
Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. And it's like she's coming here to, in a way, say her goodbyes. Because she never got to. That's like also a part of what makes her death in OG so tragic, is that it's so fast. It's not this long, drawn-out thing where she's like, go live on, don't worry about me, you know, that kind of thing. She literally just gets stabbed and dies. Like, she doesn't have, like, her famous last words that are heard by the party. Like,
The reunion.
I also think it's terrible that he keeps that just in his pocket. Why did this happen in OG too?
One
no,
sec.
I don't think so. Did it? No, did it? Correct me. I'm. Should I just play OG again? I'm so rusty on the OG lore. I will play OG before part 3 comes out.
You have to promise not to look up.
Ooh, here's another thing. They changed the ending line
Don't look up.
in part 1
Now I gotta
for
look.
Aerith, where she was like, I miss it, the steel sky. They
But
changed
don't let
it
it get to you.
to
Don't
the
let
sky.
what
I don't
get
like
to
it.
me.
And then people are like, it makes more
not real.
sense after
Just an
Rebirth.
illusion. Now let's go get Sephiroth. He's hiding up north.
No.
I absolutely have to replay OG.
Trust me, he is. Soldier's intuition.
Oh, yeah? Better hope you're right.
My post-Aerith death lore is a little rusty. Because I feel like I kind of blocked everything out after Aerith died.
Alright, fine.
In between the Heidegger fight.
We trust you.
No. Live stream sequence.
Just remember, we got everything riding on this.
Yeah. Let's see. What do they talk about? Everyone's crying, but at least they are touching grass. Everyone's crying, but at least they're touching grass. That's beautiful. I think it's pronounced young. I think that's probably how it's pronounced. Red is such a good emotional support animal. Isn't he right here? I think Red 13 actually feels her. Yes, I also do. When she like kind of, well, as far as we know, like she like touches him, I think that he actually felt her because it was clear that they had some sort of special connection. Oh, I'm just so sad for this team. I'm so sad. You think it's her spirit? Me too. I would not be surprised if the Buster Sword ends up breaking in half in part 3 when Cloud's mind snaps. That would be very interesting. And Jill would be absolutely pissed.
You gonna be okay getting back?
And if I said I wasn't?
I wonder what the whole team thinks
Don't worry.
about
It's like a
him
second
just...
home.
They're probably too
guess.
afraid to bring anything
But
up
what if-
because he
what if
has
something
already
happens?
demonstrated that his mind is so fragile and so he's very
Then I'll send up
vulnerable at the moment.
Thanks.
So they're probably
I'll
like,
keep an eye out.
we just had a traumatic thing happen. We're not going to talk to Cloud about it because we have seen that he does
I'll
not
put
handle
everything I've got
these
into
kinds
my
of
prayers.
things well.
I'll stop the meteor.
My braid is
And
not as thick as Aerith's,
I'll
but I
leave the
did
rest
try.
to
It's
you.
literally falling
Good
apart.
luck.
It's literally falling apart.
Aerith. I will stop Sephiroth. Trust me.
BRB. Love the emo objective.
You promise?
Promise.
I don't want to get copyrighted from there being another song in here, but oh, I'm like so... I don't know, man. I am like... Give us the POV from inside the tiny Bronco here when everyone awkwardly hears Cloud speaking to the grass. Literally. Rufus Shinner has 40 minutes of cutscenes. We got the Queen's Blood storyline. We've got the movie version. Cisne true identity revealed. Well, she didn't even actually really say what was going on about that. Let's see. Is there the climax of the Queen's Blood storyline is so peak. I love that we ended up getting to play Vincent in a game of Queen's Blood. Let's see. Hold on. Oh my god. Why there's things happening on my PlayStation? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna turn the music back on and y'all do you guys want to see my tier list? Do you want to see my tier list I made for this game? Want to see my tier list? Oh my god, let's check my screenshots. What is this? What did they record at the end? What is this? What is this? Confluence of Worlds. Why did they record this? This is a video. What? They recorded a video for that? Really? What do we think of this? I think this is beautiful. This is a absolutely gorgeous screenshot. Oh my god. Wait, you know what I do have? I found a prediction, a part 3 prediction bingo card. Aww. Damn, this game makes me so sad. Hold on, I found a part 3 prediction bingo card. I also stand by the fact that this version of Sephiroth absolutely looks like a combination of Unalesca and Seymour. It just does. I will not elaborate. If you see it, you see it. What is this? And down they go. How they survived this fall, we shall never know. Maybe Sephiroth went and caught them. He's like, wait. I need at least one of you alive for this. Oh, and then Sung almost died. Eef. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the chatting screen. Get my Spotify back. Turn back on. We need the tunes. Hydration Nation, thank you. I still need to put more stickers on this. I need to fix my Bibble sticker. The Bibble sticker is peeling and it's so sad. What is that? Oh, it's the logo. So sad. Defeating Unalesca on the first try is one of my greatest gaming achievements. I did it too! Oh my gosh. Fellow Unalesca first time beater. Slay. This is the only copyright free playlist that I have. This is the only one where the people are like, I will not DMCA you. If anyone knows any streamer friendly playlists, send them my way, absolutely. We got stretchies in the house. Y'all, we got stretchies in the house. Stretch. We stand. We stretch. Oh my gosh, my pants. We stretch. Ugh. Oh my god. Thank you for redeeming the stretchies. My dear friends, would you like to see a tier list? I don't know if I put it on. Hold on. Oh my god, there's nothing here. Whoa! Hold on, that's not supposed to happen. No, now I need to put my capture card in here. Hold on. What a party pooper. Video capture device. How wooed. Ooh! Okay, what if I just put this at the very bottom? Hey, look at that. Okay, so let's go on in here and let's add an image, shall we? I don't know which image is gonna be which. Let's name this one. Well, let's do bingo. This is something, if I can find the image that I found on Reddit. And I cannot remember the username. Was it? Is it part 3 bingo? Open. That is not part 3 bingo. Why is that one named bingo? What is this one? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's move chat, shall we? This is from the Final Fantasy VII Remake community on Reddit, something. Okay, here we go. Why everything is so... Hi, y'all. Whoa! I don't know, we're just here. Hello. I did not configure this. All right, let's just hang out, shall we? Oh my god. What do we think? This bingo. I do not think the ending will have a 5-year time jump. I really don't think so. You've even saved your own favorite predictions for part 3 so you can easily check the list when the game is out. Sephiroth feeling the Holy Spirit bingo. We love to see it. I think the ending will have a 500-year time jump. I also agree. I think that we're gonna have a 500-year time jump. You heard it here first. The user who created this is not on here. This is not something that I created. I found this on the Final Fantasy VII Remake subreddit. Aerith lives. I don't think Aerith is going to live. What else? Zack dies. I do think Zack will die. Zack joins the party. I do also think Zack could join the party. I think that's also plausible as well. I think that's very plausible. What else? Let's see. I have to read it on my other... Deep ground appearance would be very cool. I don't know if they would make them very prevalent, but I do think it would be really cool to have deep ground come into part 3 somehow, but I don't really think that they're gonna. I hope deep ground has another appearance. I really hope so as well. I also want Genesis. I know there's a lot of people who would disagree, but I really want Genesis. Aerith stays dead. I think Aerith will stay dead. So let's go by rows or columns. Let's go by columns. Ending has a 5-year time jump. Pass. We'll do smash or pass, shall we? Deep ground appearance, smash. Medial live stream sequence reveals Aerith's fate, smash. Absolutely. Fusion sword creation or mention, pass. Aerith stays dead, smash. I think that's what will happen. Not including Genesis would be a wasted opportunity. Yeah, especially since they like hint at Crisis Core and literally show in Dirge of Cerberus. They're like, he's out and about. Not necessarily like out in the world, but like he's existing somewhere. And I'm like, and you're not gonna give us Genesis content? Jacked, welcome back. We're just looking at this prediction bingo that somebody posted on the Final Fantasy VII Remake subreddit for part 3. And out of the first predictions in the first column, I think there could be a deep ground appearance, Medial live stream sequence will reveal Aerith's fate, and Aerith will stay dead. I think those 3 will happen. And if Medial doesn't reveal Aerith's fate, then I definitely think it will be the Northern Crater. I don't know, I kind of feel like the Medial live stream sequence is going to be like Cloud and Tifa's little moment where Tifa's like, all right, buddy, we're going to put your brain back together whether you want to or not. Or not. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Out of the second column, Vincent gameplay is close, far range gunplay. Fair. Let's see. 3. Oh shoot, wrong one. Zach joins party. I think will happen. I think that's very plausible. Ooh, do I have a GIF? I want to check. I'm adding another image if I can. I'm titling it GIF. I don't think I have any GIFs. I will search. Can I search type GIF? GIF files. Was that? I don't have my GIF. I don't have my perfect GIF. Oh, how sad. But I have a Reno GIF. What is this? Oh my god, wait. This is funny. What do we think? Wow. Oh man, I thought I put one of my emotes in as a GIF on my computer. I did not. I apparently did not download my own emotes onto this computer. Also, I need a better background for chat. My god. My goodness me. I'm just gonna stick you guys right here. Right here. Oh my god, it's so light. I'm sorry. I think Lucrezia will be moved into main story quest in part 3. Oh, she has to be. Oh my god, if they make Lucrezia a side quest, I'm gonna be mad. Which I know she is in OG, right? I think that's correct. But I think that it's too important to be a side quest. It's too important to be missable lore. I think they should put it in there. Maybe Vincent will hear her telepathic messages and find her that way. My prediction is the same since part 1. The Whispers are just a means to add fan service to the game without actually changing the main plot. Zack is dead in the real world and will remain dead. Aerith is dead and will remain dead. And the end of the game will add more setup for Advent. Top tier GIF. Thank you. I don't know where I found it. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're kind of, I don't know, I almost feel like Square is like catfishing people, being like, we're changing so much. Don't get your hopes up that we're gonna keep things the same. And then so far it's been pretty much the same. With like some differences in between, but not anything like too crazy to where it's like, I mean, we've got the confusing Aerith death sequence thing and the Zack alternate universe stuff, but it's not like, you know, it's not like lore-shattering things to where it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy VII anymore. It's just like they're changing some things, but it's like, it kind of feels like, it kind of feels like they just wanted to like give a middle finger to purists that are like, how dare you change anything? You can't change anything. How dare you give Tifa a sports bra? That's not OG accurate. Like, you know, people that's like, if you make a single change, I don't know. Prediction, Pride and Joy, Proud Claude will literally wrestle with Diamond Weapon in part 3. Oh my God, can we make it happen? Can we make it happen? Oh my God, if the Tifa Scarlet cat fight doesn't happen, that will be an unforgivable change. Honestly, you know what? Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, Square Enix, but if you take out my Scarlet Tifa cat fight, there will be hell to pay. I'm kidding. But I will be so sad because that is so funny to me. It's so funny. All of the differences have not changed the main plot whatsoever. Yeah. Which makes me think that it's like, you know, it's okay. Because they're not making actual huge dramatic changes because I don't feel confident that Aerith will survive. So, yeah. The only change... Ooh, Pacific Rim music. The only change I wanted was Jessie not to die. That was it. That isn't a big ask either. Her death and life have zero impact. They just wanted to personally attack you, Jack. So they just wanted to make you suffer. I remember thinking that Biggs was actually gonna survive too. And, I don't know, seeing the trailer for Rebirth for the first time, I was like, there's no way. And that, you know, Jessie was in there and I was like, there's no way Jessie's gonna be alive, and she wasn't. But they brought Biggs in there just for them to kill him at the end. Poor Tifa getting attacked by the Whispers because of her sports bra. Oh man. Square always personally attacks you. I mean, yeah. Jack didn't even survive Final Fantasy X. One interesting change here is that Sung is rescued by the Turks and compilation in the compilation, Katsith saves Sung and the Turks didn't know he was alive for a while. Ah, you see, I totally forgot about that. Oh, I forgot I'm also supposed to be rating what I think is gonna happen. Where we left off was on column 2, where Zack joins the party. I do think Zack will join the party. Could. I don't want to say will, actually, because I don't think it's 100%. I think he could join the party. But I don't think he's gonna survive the game. Absolutely not. No way. I don't want him to survive the game, and he's my favorite character in Final Fantasy, ever. Because it just lessens the impact of the story to me. You know? Also not Reeve watching Aerith's death through a Zoom call! Paige. Oh my God. Jail for that. Oh, not Reeve watching Aerith's death through a Zoom call. Ow. That is so funny. The timing of Zack's return will be interesting to see. Yeah. Well, now I'm sitting here like, well, will he actually join the party? He could. I would not think it would be outlandish for that to happen. It would be incredibly interesting, but then it would also, I feel like, take away from other things, but you know. Because isn't the whole live stream sequence figuring out that Zack was dead and stuff, but now Cloud knows, but his memories are still fucked up. Because he thinks Zack died in Nibelheim or whatever, but then he sees Zack at the final battle, but his mind is just, you know, it's a puzzle box. Just, you've shaken around a puzzle box, and that's what it is. Reeve with his MMO mouse clicking and raging while controlling Kate and fighting Genova. It's he's got like a really clacky keyboard for it. He's like, oh, come on. Oh my God. He literally watched it through his persona. Reeve has his headphones with cat ears. beautiful. Cloud's mind is scrambled eggs. You know, Shade, I could see that. The cat ears. Oh, do I still have the Reeve picture? Oh my god, I hope. Oh my god, I hope. Oh my god, I didn't put Reeve in my tier list. Oh, I'm awful. I didn't put Reeve in my tier list. I didn't put Reeve in my tier list. Let's see. I have so many Aurora Borealis pics. Let's see. No. Eva Jax. What the hell are you? I don't even know. What is this? Oh my god. Every time. Every time. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. I swear. What about this? I got Salmon. What do we think? Salmon. I got a picture of Salmon the doggy. What else do we have? Guys, I don't have my picture of Reeve. I'm upsetty spaghetti about it. Where is it? Where? No, not my man. Bow, wow, wow. Bow, wow, wow. What's this? Mog? What's that? What happens if I... Oh, that's my little channel point icon. That's my little channel point icon that I made. Oh, it's massive on the screen. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hold on. Oh my god. Zach, Uno Reverse, Prince Zuko, Gungaga, Meme Banner, and Geo. Luffy, Ken. What is going on? Reeve! 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 He's here! He's small, but he's here. Reeve! Okay, Reeve is here. Reeve is here to say hello. Reeve is here to say book slump slayer. Thank you for the too much moolah in the book slump slayer. You guys, I've made progress in my book. Oh my god, I'm gonna read it to Reeve. Reeve. We are on part 2 of What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I finally made it to part 2. I am 135. Yeah, 133 pages in. Hi, Reeve. Yes, everyone say hi to Reeve. He's our actually good corporate guy that we love and appreciate. Capitulo Trece. We're on chapter 13, everyone. I woke to the clamoring sounds of the Nile coming to life. The taste of fish and mud and crocodiles in my mouth, pungent and sharp. Kareem nudged my thigh with his sandaled foot, a bundle of wet rope in his hands. Gingerly, I sat up, my limbs having fallen asleep during the night. My knees were wobbly as I stood. I flung out a hand to grip the railing of the Elephantine. Everyone else had already gotten up, rushing around the deck. Some carried supplies. Others busily rolled up the sleeping mats. Overhead, the bright blue of an Egyptian morning stretched in every direction. My girlie has pulled a Mulan dressed up as a boy and snuck onto a ship. She has snuck onto a ship, and I'm like, slay queen. Part 2, What the River Knows, Rebirth. Yes, and I got the special edition. Let me go back to the actual chatting screen. Josh just wanted to say hi. This is a special edition. It's got sprayed edges. It's got fancy end papers. It's got a reverse dust jacket with our main pro tags, Inez and Whitworth Hayes is his name. Thank you for the book slump slayer. Thank you, Jack. Let's say. I wonder if part 3 will be titled What the River Knows Reflow. I mean, the river of life, the life stream. It could be. Omni/, version 5, Knights of the Round side quest for the second column. I have no feelings or thoughts about that, but fight alongside the Turks, absolutely, because we still have to go to Wutai. So yeah, Aerith lives. No, we're in column 3. 3 character synergy abilities. Sure, 3 character synergy abilities. I feel like they could somehow work that in there. Let's put Reeve up here now. Ah, Reeve is stealing your guys' spot. Reeve is stealing your, ah. Reeve is right here. Reeve is right here. Obliterate Don Corneo's kneecaps, please. BRB again, need food. Get your good food. Get your good food, take care of yourself. Happier ending. I think that the original ending is fairly happy. I won't say it's like joyous or a happily ever after, but it's hopeful. It's hopeful for the future. And like, yeah, Advent Children happens, and you see that not everything was super happy after the end of the game, but like the end of the game wasn't unhappy in OG. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Zach lives? Absolutely not. Titled Return? I feel like they gotta come up with something better than Return. Final Fantasy VII Return. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Return. Final Fantasy VII Reflow. According to Shade. What the river knows. Reflow. Let's see. Final Fantasy VII. It can't be Reunion. I'm turning this down a little. It can't be Reunion because we already have Crisis Core Reunion, so I feel like they're not gonna... I don't know, I feel like they won't title Part 3 Reunion. Final Fantasy VII Reunion? I mean, I think it would make sense, but I feel like since the word's already been used that they're not gonna use it. I don't know. The strong opinions are interesting. I love Return, but many hate it. I don't know. I don't know, it feels too basic to me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like it's too basic. But then again, you could say the same thing about remake. Like, remake is also a very basic word. Rebirth is, I don't know. Resurrection. There we go. Nerd Fresh. Recover. Final Fantasy VII. Recover from all the shit we've put you through. Ugh. And will put you through. Rehab. Final Fantasy VII Rehab. I don't know. I don't know. What are other words that start with it R that we could use? Rebirth, resurrection, recover, rehab, reconvene, did I already say reunion? I think reunion would be easy money, but they already used it. They already used it. Because reunion was taken. Yeah. Reconvene since reunion was taken. Was it reconnaissance? Was it? Is that the proper term? What am I looking for? When people are, they're like, this is our blank point. What is it called? This is our there's a word. We will You know what I mean? When people are like, we will meet here, but it's a word that starts with an R. They're like, we will I don't know what I'm doing. Rendezvous. Thank you. It took me way too long to figure out that word. Rendezvous. Final Fantasy VII Rendezvous. Final Fantasy VII Refrenched. Final Fantasy VII. Let's see. List of words. I can't believe I'm Googling this. List of words. R-A. Okay. Oh my god. Why that even? For kids to improve their vocabulary, guys, this is words that start with R-E for kids to improve their vocabulary. Which of these is gonna be the title of part 3? We've got rediscover, redo, Final Fantasy 7 the one where Genesis returns. I hope I want Genesis in part 3. Rearrange, Final Fantasy 7 resell, rework, rerun, re-record, rejoin, repeat, remarry. regain, reoccupy, rekindle, reiterate, rebuy, rewarm, reread, reabsorb, re-enter, recalculating, recalculate. Rejoice is absolutely not rejoice. React, retry, rewrite, reassemble, recreate. More words. Oh, come on. Now it's just giving me 3-letter words that start with RE. Red, ref, rep, rem. Redo, rego, real, rear, redye, refix, remix. No, that's too Kingdom Heartsy. Rejoin is also interesting. Reunion, alternative. Honestly, I could see rejoin. I could see resurrection. Oh my god, that'd be so funny if it was rehab. Resurrection, reunion. I can see return. I can see it. I don't like it, but I can see it being used. I can see it being used. I just personally don't like it. Like, I would see them using it. Rejoin. Repay, nah. Reply, nah. Resin, renew. Retain, recoup, refill, reread, refeed, redraw, remain, resoak, resize, regain, rerun. There's so refroze, require, respire, request, resizes, reaffix, rethink, revenge. Final Fantasy 7, revenge. Residue. Residue. We've got remember. That could be cool. Final Fantasy 7 remember. They won't do that. That's too obvious. That's too obvious. It's too rebuke. Rebuke. What else do we have? Where did I leave off? Oh my god, I skipped one. Where was it? Remember, Republic, Reporter, Relevant, Register, Residence, Research, Resigned, Relation, Renowned. No, the only one that works in that one is Remember. Refuse. I think that's it for me. Yeah. Relive. Replicate. Relation. Realm. Recover. Reclaim. Ballad. Reclaim. Where were we on the list? Where were we on the list? I'm moving on from the re-re's, all the rah. We are in column 4. Yuffie steals party's materia for Wutai. I think that could happen. Her stealing the party's materia for Wutai? Fair, why not? I mean, sure. Someone asked, how many people do you think took all of Aerith's materia off of her before the Forgotten City? And I was like, y'all didn't, dude. Why would you do that? Like, I know, like, for vet players, but I was like, what? I mean, it's fair, I guess. But there's so much materia that I'm like, nah, that's Aerith's materia. Like, she's got her name written on it and everything. Nobody else can use it. Because it just doesn't, I don't know, she just, something about Aerith with the materia set I gave her, I feel like other people cannot use it. I just feel like it doesn't work. Yuffie will feel so conflicted this time around when taking the materia. Yeah, because she has an attachment. Oh, I do appreciate Yuffie's growth. I was a little annoyed with her for a while, but she didn't understand, because I was like, she had so many moments where I was like, honey, this is serious. But I only know that because I played OG. So like, I know that the stakes are high, and she's sitting here being like, oh my God, this black materia must be so cool. And I'm like, nah, babe, it's world ending. And then I'm like, girl, cut her some slack. She's 16. She doesn't know. You only know because you played OG. Like, relax. So I did like Yuffie's growth. I thought it was good. Sephiroth unites the 7 world. What do you mean? What do you mean by unites 7 world? Like, unites the timelines? This is the second one in the 4th category. I don't know. I don't really understand, like, the worlds? Send off quests for new side characters. Send off quests? Like, we send them off into the world, like we find Leslie Kyle's girlfriend and then we go like, okay, bye. Or like we do quests for these characters and then we do like the final boss. I don't know. Well, then it wouldn't be a side quest. Send off quests for new side characters. For new side characters. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it. Making my brain hurt. Cloud boss fight. Oh, I could see that happening. We back. Oh my god, Jack, what'd you get? What kind of food do you got? We're now getting to, do we think that there will be a cloud boss fight? I don't think so. No, actually, I retract that statement. I think there could be. I think there could be a cloud boss fight. And I think, cold pizza. Oh my god, I love cold pizza. I love cold pizza. I think that there could be a cloud boss fight in the Northern Crater. I think there could be. And that would be really cool. Weapon fight in VR. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. 5th category, Zack dies. 100%. 100%. Empty materia is filled with Cloud's memories. Sure. I don't know. I don't really have a strong feeling about that. 7th Infantry becomes the Highwind crew. I love that. I hope that happens. The 7th Infantry. I'm like, yes, leave Shinra. Join us. Be on the Highwind crew. Oh, I would love that so much. Cloud, Zack, and Aerith versus Sephiroth. And the affinity system returns. I think the affinity system will return only for the sake of like what you get for the Highwind scene. So like you could either get a high affection or a low affection. I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know, but I feel like we should get to the tier list. This is the bingo. The 5th column. I do think the affinity system will return, but for Tifa only. You know, because there's like, that's really all there is in part 3, because in Rebirth, the only reason they had affinity was for the gold saucer, and the only reason you would have it in part 3 is for the Highwind. I mean, maybe they'll add something else. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can like rizz up Ghost Aerith and it'll bring her back to life or something. I have no idea. I don't know. But I'm gonna see if I have my tier list saved, because I think it is time. Which I will say that there were some changes to this tier list that I needed to make that I didn't make. So if there are some things that's like an ick, I'm sorry. Is this it? Oh yeah, buddy. Ooh, here's the tier list. Let me get it all situated. Where's, there goes the bingo. Okay. I need to make my camera smaller. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Oh, what do we think? Hold on. I'm working on it. I'm working. Okay. I also forgot some people. I forgot Reeve, first of all. I forgot Reeve. I forgot Cloud Jr. Oh, what did I do? I moved something? Okay. So, this is my official Final Fantasy VII Rebirth tier list. For getting rude. I know, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that I forgot about him. Excuse me, Hojo is clearly top tier. To each their own. Also, I'm sorry the chat is like so wonkadoodle. Like, I need to do something about this. Make a better drop menu, or not drop menu, what is it called? The shadow, whatever. I think y'all are chilling right there, right? So, we've got our categories, but where would I put them? I think I would put Reeve in doing their best. I think I would put Reeve in he's doing his best. So I've got the categories: carried, A-team, cutie patootie, doing their best, side eye, the icks, and Hojo, derogatory, because ick. You got my boy Rufy so low. I know, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I was also cutting stuff off. Why is my, hold on. Also, part of the chat is getting cut off on my thing. It's okay. It's okay. We're chilling. I put Rufus low because that boss fight nearly brought me to tears with how frustrating it was. So I was like, Rufus, I would go into Advent Children and help Kadaj because of you. Because of you in this game, I would go and help Kadaj because you're pissing me off. It was infuriating. It was awful. And like, I just hated it so much. I don't even know what I'm doing over here. I'm just, hold on. Let me just, I'm trying to, hold on. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. We're dealing with this. Okay. Where would I put Reeve? I agree that man needs a vacation. Rufus deserves the low tier. Doesn't that mean Rufy carried? I mean, if it was his own tier list, then yes, he would have absolutely carried. Stupid spell check. Rufus battle in remake made me literally pull apart a coin. I was so angry. I have not gotten so angry at a boss fight in years. I'm so serious. That boss fight was so awful. It was so genuinely awful, and not in the way of like, oh, the devs poorly constructed this. I couldn't do it. And I think it's like really cool that the devs put it in there to where it like changes up your gameplay. And I know it's very frustrating as a player, but it's cool that they put something in there to make you uncomfortable and throw you for a loop. But again, I'm somebody who likes hee happy fun times. I don't like to struggle. So it was terrible. So yeah, but I should go about explaining why we are here. But if I did put Reeve on here, I would put him in the doing their best category, probably in between Dine and Johnny. So we shall start. Should we start at the bottom or the top? Because I have explanations for every single one of these, and I will tell you. I have explanations for literally every single one. Top or bottom? Hojo is self-explanatory for why he's all the way down there. Let's start. I don't know. Do we want to start positive and end negative? No, let's start negative. Let's start negative and end positive. So Hojo is self-explanatory. Hojo is the root of all evil. Hojo is an ick, but he's beyond an ick. He's like an ick squared, which is why he gets his own category below the icks, because he's just so awful. And I feel like I don't really have to explain myself. Then we go to the icks category, and where these people are on their own category is important. So the top of the icks category that almost made it into the side eye category is the Nibelheim Chocobo game. You may be thinking, well, Taylor, that's not a character. But it deserved a place on here. The Nibelheim Chocobo game was so... It wasn't like teeth grindingly frustrating in the way that Rufus's boss fight was, but it was so annoying. But it wasn't like the worst thing in the world, you know? I've always hated Hojo, but after the Aerith Red Trials and Rebirth, I'm so ready to just obliterate him in part 3. Chocobo Sam, you are so real. Yes, me too. Hojo, be gone. Off with your head, I say. Bye, Hojo. I just, oh my gosh, I can't wait for part 3 so we can put an end to him, because he's just, he's below ick. He's deplorable. But then, in order of least icky to most icky, we have Palmer, because he's just kind of there. and he really doesn't do anything, but he's still an ick because he's like a Shinra exec that's complacent and everything, and where you've got Reeve that's doing their best. Dare I say, almost cutie patootie category. Palmer's an ick. Palmer's an ick, because he just doesn't care. And also, he fought us right after Dine died, and that hurt my soul. Hojo's public enemy number 1 in Taylor Sky's Nation. Exactly. Exactly. Paige has it right. And then we have Gus. And Gus is here, above Corneo. Well, honestly, it was really hard putting Gus and Corneo because they're both awful. But Gus, I feel like we saw more of the effects of Gus, I guess. Well, because he literally threatened to sell our party into like trafficking and stuff. And so I was like, oh, well, fuck you. And then Tifa beat the shit out of him. And I was like, oh my God, slay girl. I love you. I love you, and deserved, Gus. Corneo is down there because obviously he's a horrible person. Heidegger is below Corneo because he's definitely killed more people. But I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about Heidegger. I almost feel like Heidegger should be above Gus and Corneo. But he's there. He's there. The icks, once it gets past Palmer, all the icks are just kind of, they are who they are. They're all fighting for last place, essentially, except Scarlet is by far the winner of the worst person in the icks category because of all the horrible things she's done to Wu Tai, like with Sonon and stuff, and which I know that was technically, what's his name? Nero. Still awful. And then with Corel, yeah, gross. Bye-bye. And then we have Side-Eye. Rufus, Side-Eye, because okay, to be fair to Jecht, he almost made it to the top of the Side-Eye category. He almost made it to the top. He almost went into doing their best. He just couldn't. You might be like, why is Rufus ranked lower than Sephiroth? It's because of the boss fight. For this, I kind of did a combo of gameplay and story, and this is purely based on Rebirth, so that's why Zack isn't at the top, because of his position in Rebirth. You think Heidegger will be more interesting in part 3? He felt mostly inconsequential in Rebirth to me. Yeah. So, and like I said, there is some that I meant to change and never went and did, so Heidegger probably would be up above Gus, honestly, for his role in Rebirth. He ranks low just because he kicked your booty, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's why he's there. And Elena's there because she irritated the shit out of me too. But I honestly, here's the thing. When I was reading this tier list over with my sister, I was like, fuck, I should have put Glenn next to Rufus and moved up Sung and Elena, because I do think Glenn is worse than Sung and Elena, because Glenn is an instigator, and then there's this whole, there's the Sephiroth stuff at the end where it's really confusing, where it's like, was this Sephiroth the whole time? Is it actually? I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it because it's just gonna hurt my brain, and I'm gonna wait till part 3 to actually worry about Glenn. So Sung and Elena, although they are ranked below Glenn, they should be above Glenn, and Sung is in the middle of Side-Eye because I've just always been bothered by Sung, but not in a like, I hate him. I just am like, dude, you could be doing so much better. You could be using your skills for good. But he is, as they say, a consummate professional. So, at least he's good at his job. And so, slay for him on that. Bugenhagen is down here because he's a Tifa hater. But he's redeemable though. I like to mess with him. This is like unserious, okay? I don't actually viscerally hate any of these characters because it's never that deep. Well, except Hojo, for him it is. But Bugenhagen pissed me off in Cosmo Canyon because I did my Cosmo Canyon stream on Tifa's birthday where Bugenhagen proceeded to gaslight her after the Gongaga stuff, and I was like, excuse me? What? How rude. So we got an icky taste in my mouth after that. I was like, I don't like you. But he's fine. He's fine, because then he admits that he's like, you know, I really did not say the right things to you. I was being stubborn and in denial, and I'm sorry. So, you know, he does get points for that, but I put him down there just to make fun of him. Sung is a creeper. Sung, yeah, I put Bugenhagen in the X because I can't forgive him. What an asshole Bugen was. Hashtag cancel Bugenhagen. I mean, fair too. Fair too. I would also love to see y'all's tier rankings. Oh my god, I'm gonna post this in the Discord later, so if there's anybody who wants to post their own rankings in the Discord, throw them on in there. Throw them on in there. Because I will, after stream, post this graphic. And probably my edited one. Regina, because she just... intense gamer. Like, too intense. I'm like, girl's not that deep. But then again, she was being controlled by the Shadow Queen. So I was like, I don't know. But I was like, also, girl, it's not that deep. Because then we, like, save her from the Shadow Queen. And then she's like, well, I still gotta be the best. And I was like, okay. You do you, girl. Side-eye for Sephiroth. Self-explanatory. Why he's at the top of the side-eye category, why he is cusping doing their best, I don't know. I just felt he's not an ick. I mean, no comment. Sephiroth is at the top of the side-eye category, okay? I'm not gonna elaborate further. I don't know why he's there. It feels right. It feels right. Love you, Seph. Anyway, doing their best. We start with Reno and Rude at the bottom of the doing their best. They're almost in the side-eye category, and you might be like, well, why are the coworkers in the side-eye category and not them? I have actually seen Reno and Rude express remorse for the things they have been made to do. I have not yet seen that with Song and Elena, but I do know that they're not god-awful people. Well, my ranking is Jessie. Did I forget Jessie too? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. To be fair, she really wasn't in it. I didn't put Wedge in here either. Did I? I did. Fuck. Did I? Oh, I put Jessie in here. Okay, good. Jessie's in here. Okay, good. Crisis averted. My ranking is Jessie above all the others. I did have Jessie, thank God. I literally panicked. I was like, how did I get... Okay. I was panicked. Okay. I have Dio because he's just trying to run a business here. He's just trying to run a business. Saying like one word of feeling bad isn't really expressing remorse. Well, they also talk about an Advent too. To where they're like, yeah, we really fucked up. How do we atone for this? They do. They are not just vicious villains who are heartlessly doing this. I mean, yes, what they did was heartless, but they do show that they didn't want to necessarily. They're like, well, if we don't do it, someone else is gonna, so might as well be us that has to live with this guilt. So yeah, I put them there for that. Borderline goddess or perfect woman category for Jessie. Jessie is amazing and we love her. Dio, just trying to run a business. Middle manager, Shinra middle manager, he had growth this game. I was like, oh my gosh, my favorite line from the Shinra middle manager when he told Rufus Shinra that he could kiss his ass. And I was like, oh my god, yes, yes. I loved it. I was like, I love this man. He's growing. And kudos to him. Gold star. A little gold star for you. Roche is also doing his best, but he's towards the bottom of the doing his best category because he ended up succumbing to his need to beat Cloud, and it ended up costing him his life. And I'm like, that sucks, but he was doing his best. He was doing his best. He just was misguided and a little obsessed with Cloud. Yeah, I don't know. Motorcycle bro. Kate is doing his best. Some would put him in the side-eye territory. Some would put him in the X. But Kate and Reeve can kind of... Let's say that Kate, a little bit of Reeve is right there as well. I did say I'd put Reeve in the doing their best category as well. Kate's there because... I mean, he's doing his best. it's not like he's trying to be super traitorous or anything. He's like, you know, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, what is he supposed to do? I don't know. I have sympathy for Kate Sith, or is it empathy? I don't know. I don't know the proper term. Sympathy or empathy? I sympathize. Empathize? Something thighs. I don't know. Broden. Oh my god. Poor Broden. Broden. Break my heart and tear it out. Why don't you, Broden? I feel so bad for this man. Broden. Oh my god. I had such high hopes for Broden. Oh my god. He made me so sad. I was so sad. What happened to him? The proto relic quest. I was really mad, but I can't say I didn't see it coming, but I really like that this game has added so many little NPCs and side characters that weren't there originally, and it's added so much. Like Broden, that was the innkeeper at Calm, and then you go to Nibelheim, and then you see him in the proto-relic thing, and he's unfortunately been turned into a black robe, and I just put him there because he was doing his best to live his life, and he was just, you know, ailed by the cellular degradation, and in the end he couldn't resist it, and I was just like, man, you tried. Next we have Biggs and Wedge. We'll loop them in together. They really did do their best. They did do their best. And I feel like I don't have to elaborate on it because I feel like they're the embodiment of the doing their best category. And then there's Johnny, Johnny's out here being a businessman. He's making a life for himself in Costa del Sol. He was helping our team in the Hojo fight when Yuffie came along, and I was like, look at him go. From nearly selling out Avalanche to Shinra to going and making his own business and saying fuck you to Hojo and helping Yuffie with the shadow clone stuff. Beautiful. Sympathy involves understanding someone's emotions from our perspective, and empathy involves feeling their emotions from their perspective. Who was I? Kate Sith. Empathize. Understanding someone's emotions from... both. I empathize and sympathize with Kate Sith. I think that's the proper term. Yeah. Yep. Well, we've crossed those three. Next, Dine. I, no joke, almost put Dine in the A-team category. To which some would be like, why? How? Well, let me tell you how. Dine is just such a phenomenal character. And he's not in the game for very long, but he is written so well. In my opinion, I know there was some changes to his death from OG that people weren't happy with, and I wasn't really happy with it either, the changes, but I still think it was like good. I still think it was good. Dine as a character is so tragic, and he is also the embodiment of doing his best, but to the extreme. Like, he's just been through so much, and he just wants to be with his wife and daughter, and he can't, and he's, oh my god, my heart bleeds for Dine. Like, I feel so bad for this man. And if you were here for my chapter 8 stream, it was really intense. It was so sad, but it just made, I don't know, it just like really humanizes the characters when there are moments like that in the game, and when there are characters like Dine who feel so real, like characters who have lost it all and just like want the pain to stop. They want to be reunited with their loved ones, but they don't want to die, and so they end up finding another outlet for that in their vengeance, I guess. So then he, you know, goes and unfortunately kills all these people with the gold saucer, which was so not cool. But it's not like he was totally without reason. He thought that he was going after Shinra people who was responsible for murdering his own family. And then, you know, you got the random people who got caught in the crossfire, which absolutely sucks. But I just think Dine is such a well-written character that he almost made it to the A-team, but he definitely didn't belong in Cutie Patootie because it just didn't feel right. Leslie Kyle, he's doing his best to find his girl. He's out here saving other women from being trafficked. And, well, technically we did that for him, but, you know, he went and sent that lady on her way. And I just think he's a very admirable guy. And I do wish him the best in part 3. And I hope we get a resolution to his story. Zach's parents are the absolute epitome of doing their best. Because they just want to know what happened to their son. And it's so tragic. And I'm like, I would tell you, but I don't think you want to know. I don't think you want to know what happened to your child. So, but yeah, that's why they're there. And moving on to our top 3 categories. Starting off strong in the Cutie Patootie category, we've got Mel and the dog from Gongaga. The dogs in this game were absolutely adorable. I love the Bow Wow Wow. Bow Wow Wow. Oh my god, phenomenal music. Phenomenal. Cannot be topped. It's stunning. What else do we have? Elmira. Oh, Cutie Patootie Mother Energy. She is doing her darndest. She was doing all the great things in this game to take care of Aerith, to take care of Cloud, and her and Zach scenes. I was like, oh, me corazón. It warms my heart. Now, this is going to be really controversial, I know. Chadley being in the Cutie Patootie category. I know we have some Chadley haters. I do not call myself a Chadley lover, but he's Cutie Patootie. He's Boy Scout. He is, oh my god, who's the kid in Up? Russell. He's like our own he's like the team's version of Russell. Except he's not a Boy Scout, but he's giving little, you know, researching Boy Scout energy. He's going about trying to find out like how to help our team while also learning about the world for his own interests. And I really do not want anything bad to happen to him. Tay loves Boy Scout energy. Yes, I love the Boy Scout energy. I was like, oh, it just warmed my heart. Even though he would talk at really annoying times, and I'm like, Charlie, shut up. I'm like, Charlie, shut up. I don't need you right now. I was like, please. But I also am concerned about his story arc. I'm really worried that they're gonna hurt him. And I don't want the devs to hurt Chadley. I'm like, save our boy. Don't let anything bad happen to him. I think Hojo's gonna do something awful. And like, I don't know, some Bluetooth connection, like hijack Chadley or something. And oh my god. But yeah, he's Cutie Patootie for sure. Priscilla and Billy. Oh my gosh. They are just, I don't know if Billy is in the OG, but Priscilla is in the OG. And I just thought she was such an adorable little, you know, addition. And I'm so glad they adapted her and the dolphin. I thought it was amazing. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. And she was just absolute Cutie Patootie. And Billy and his story, oh my gosh, I love how his story unfolded. And I could kind of tell. I was like, immediately when he was like, I hate Chocobo Sam, I was like, I bet you this is a misunderstanding. I bet you. Hi, Ryoku. Thank you for the bits. Welcome on, Ian. And then Marlene. Need I explain myself? We all know why Marlene is in the Cutie Patootie category near the top. Because it's Marlene. Need I say more? It's Marlene. And I have always had the theory that she could be an ancient. Oh my gosh, thank you for the more biddies. Thank you, Ryoku. I've always had the theory that she could be an ancient, but I don't really think this game supports that much. So I'm not gonna really get into it, but I think it would be cool. Definitely not full-blooded, but maybe like, I don't know, like a percentage, I don't know. I've always thought that would be cool. I don't really have that much from Rebirth to support my theory of that. Most of it is from OG and Advent Children. There's really nothing else. I think it would be cool though. And then our top 2 contenders in the Cutie Patootie category. Jax will be happy about this. Jessie and Cisne. The fact that she knew Sephiroth could kill Aerith. there was that, but then it was like Aerith showed her. Aerith showed her, which makes me think, because it could, then that begs the question, Aerith, could she technically show that to anybody? Or does she have to have like a connection, like a Cetra connection? But that wouldn't, I don't know. I think it would be really cool though. I have used this chapstick so much. It's my emotional support chapstick. Love it. That kind of supports something. What if ancients can show other ancients? Yes, that could be. I could go into detail on why I think Marlene is an ancient. I'm also starting to lose my voice. Welcome to the Yapology stream. Also, next week, we're starting Final Fantasy VIII. Isn't that so exciting? Anyways, that's not what we're here for. I just thought I'd, you know, drop that little tidbit. But Jessie is absolute cutie patootie. And the reason why she's not higher is because she had a very, very small role in this game. She, like, honestly, she doesn't even talk unless you do the proto relics. But the role she did have was still amazing, and we got to see how she interacted with the rest of the team, the Avalanche team, and I just really appreciate character moments like that, and she's just such a lovable character. So obviously she's up there, because why wouldn't she be? And Cisne is up there because, first of all, Cisne was one of the best things they added to this game, personally, because you see her in Crisis Core and then she like vanishes off the face of the earth. And I was like, excuse me, rude. What happened to our girl? And to see that she's like, you know, cause like in Crisis Core, Zack is like, hey, can you look after my parents? And the way that she moves to Gongaga, that she lives there now, and she has dinner with the Fairs all the time. I'm just like, Cisne, you deserve the world, girl. I just love that that's like who she is now, and that I feel like she's kind of honoring Zack in this way. I feel like she knows that Zack is dead. I feel, oh my god, we have gotten, I'm in a playlist that is no longer, we're going to Zelda Lo-Fi, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know if that playlist I'm allowed to play. Oopsie. It started going into random stuff. What was I talking about? Cisne and Gongaga. I just really appreciate that was her little arc. And that she ended up staying in Gongaga. And like holding up her promise and looking at after Zack's parents. I gotta see how many songs that was. I was like, wait a minute, I don't recognize this. Hold on, I'm gonna check my history really quick. What's new today? What the? Hello, see all 21 played. Oh, it was only the one. Slay. Okay. When in doubt, Genova theme. I do not have Kyrie listed here, but if I did, she'd probably be leading in the side-eye category. I'm sorry, I did her side quest off stream because I figured out that it unlocked a chapter 12 side quest. I was like, well, I want all the chapter 12 side quests available to me, so I was like, I have to go do this now. So I went and did it, and so then it unlocked 2 chapter 12 side quests, I think. Well, it unlocked one, then unlocked another. I was like, okay. So yeah, if I put her in here, she would be in side-eye. Agreed. I'm glad, because she just got on my nerves. Because I was like, girl, and like, I'm gonna have to read the book with her in it, because I'm curious. I'm so curious. I'm really also curious if there is other, staring at my Spotify right now, if there's other DMCA like safe playlists. Can I get a Genova 8-bit? Where were we? Cisne. I think we said all we need to say about Cisne. So moving on to the A-team category, we've got Mr. Dolphin. Mr. Dolphin. almost in the cutie patootie category, but I just thought it was funny to put Mr. Dolphin in the 18 category because, like, I love dolphins and I love Mr. Dolphin. I love that that was a part of the game that you couldn't skip because, you know, with like the dogs, it's like a side quest, but you couldn't skip this. No. If you want to move on with the game, with the story, Mr. Dolphin is going to be your pal and you're going to figure it out together. And I love that. And Pico is on the A team because I beat the gold cup using Pico, which was fitting because it was Billy's quest. And I also put him up there because the gold cup quest also upped my relationship with Tifa, which secured me the intimate date with Tifa, to which I greatly appreciate. So yeah, Pico deserves a spot up there. Sid and Vincent are on the A team because for the little time they were here, they were great. And I know people don't like this Sid seems very nice here, where in OG he's very rough around the edges, but I think they're doing that because we haven't gotten to his backstory yet. And once we do, and once we get to Rocket Town and we like meet Shara and all the other, you know, stuff about Sid, then he'll probably get more crabby. Because I feel like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Come here. Come here.
Oh my goodness. We have Pupperoo. We have Pupperoo. We have Pupperoo. What are you doing, Sora? We have Kendall and Sora coming to say hello. Sora time.
Sora, we're so close. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. His little snoot. There we go. There we go. Big hello, Sora. And Kendall. And Kendall.
Sora.
Oh my goodness. Oh. We're just talking about a tier list.
Ooh.
Oh, you just had a burp?
What?
Aww. Oh, you're giving Sora lovies? Oh, he's a tuckered pupper. Hello, Kendall and Sora. Isn't it? He's such a cute pupper and he's so sweet. He had some water time today. He loves to play with the hose. Oh, the hose?
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 You like hose?
Aww. And he had a long walk in the warm weather. Yeah. Yeah. What you doing? How you doing? Looking at my profile picture? Oh yeah, on my Spotify profile picture is Sora. I'm going over my tier list. We're talking about Vincent and Sid. And you haven't met Vincent yet. No, but you got to. Kendall's behind me, y'all.
Have you put Cloud below Pico?
No, Pico. Kendall wanted me to put Cloud below Pico. When she was looking over my tier list, she was like, I think that Pico should be above Cloud, but not necessarily Pico moving up the list. She was like, no, move Cloud between Pico and Mr. Dolphin. And I was like, I thought about it. I actually did truly think about it for a second, but then I was like, no. But Sid is at like above Pico and like kind of lower A team because we haven't gotten his full story yet. Yellow. And then Vincent is also up there because we also haven't gotten his full story yet. He can stay. He can stay. He's chilling. You agree with that assessment? Because it's like, I loved the time that they were still here, but they're not cutie patootie energy. They're not doing their best like they are, but they're A-team. They're A-team. They served. They slayed. Cloud sucks. You want Cloud between Mr. Dolphin and Pico? I think that'd be funny. I think that would be funny. He's somewhere on the A-team. He's somewhere on the A-team, whether it's at the top or the bottom. Cloud's always dying. Cloud's always got his mind stuck in a blender. Never knows what's true and what's not. But I did put Cloud up there because he still has a really good story and his gameplay is awesome. I I loved playing as Cloud. Playing as Cloud was really nice, so that's why he's all the way up there. Yuffie, I debated whether or not I was gonna put Yuffie above Cloud because there was a long time where I was annoyed with Yuffie. Kendall, Sora's stuck! Sora's trapped in the room. Oh, baby. So I was like, do I put Yuffie above Cloud? But there was a few moments where Yuffie was just really getting on my nerves because of the black materia stuff. But then I was like, well, you know, it's forgivable. So it's not like the worst thing in the world. So she's also on A team because of her arc, and her gameplay is absolutely amazing. Playing as Yuffie is also a freaking blast, and I love it. Rufy has a really good story too. Jack, you'll have to share your playlist. Or not your playlist, your tier list. You switch Aerith and Barrett for Cloud and Yuffie. Oh, for where I have them on there? I wouldn't. Now, Zach is on the A team because he's my favorite character, but he doesn't have a big of enough impact on Rebirth, because this is specifically Rebirth. He doesn't have a big enough impact on Rebirth specifically to warrant him being in the carried category. Zach is like my all-time favorite character, like Zach and Tifa. Also, guys, if you like want to make your own tier lists and stuff, like on Tier Maker, and like share them in the Discord, I would absolutely love to see them. Like literally for any game too. Like if you're like, here's my tier list for like, I don't know, like Octopath or something, I put them in like wherever they fit. Fun stuff, something. To be honest, never been a Cloud fanboy, and I'm sure if I made a list, I would upset a lot of people. I'm so curious though, because you know, because some people like, it's like you don't have to love everybody, and you know, Cloud's not my favorite Final Fantasy protagonist, but I like him, but he's not my all-time favorite. But I'm like, oh my god, if anything happened to Cloud, I'd be devastated. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So Cloud's up there. And Zach is up there because he didn't have a big enough impact on Rebirth specifically to warrant him being in a higher place. But he's still amazing, and he's A-team. He's A-team because, listen, if you are going through anything, you want Zach on your team, because Zach will make sure that he is by your side doing whatever he can to help you. I mean, Exhibit A, Crisis Core, he literally carried Cloud across the world. And I'm like, that's a good friend. that is the friend. You like Cloud about as much as I like female Cloud, aka Lightning. Do you not like Lightning? I haven't played 13, but I don't know. I feel like Lightning is overhated. But people are allowed not to like her, of course. But I'm just like, why does like everybody like hate her? 13 is Garbino. I want to play it. I want to see for myself. And I know before I've made like the Katniss Everdeen comparison, where people, I don't know. I feel like people look at Katniss and Lightning in similar senses when they are critical. Not like specifically you, not you. Just like some takes that I've heard, you know? Only game in the series you will never replay and will never count as a real FF game. Is it like really that different, like thematically, or do you just not really like it? Because I gotta see for myself. And they had a sale, but it was on Xbox. I'm like, I don't want to get it on Xbox. I don't want to get it on the Xbox. Come on, you know? On that note, question, what FF games have you played? Okay, so I've been a Final Fantasy fan for most of my life, but I've only actually started playing them in 2016 when Final Fantasy 15 got released. So I have completed Crisis Core, Remake, Rebirth, and 10. But I have played those as well as 15, got like 70% through 15. Then I've played a little bit of 4, and then I've played most of OG 7. And then I know most of the story for 13. What's another one? I know most of the story for 13. but and then I like watched the Dissidia cutscenes and gameplay and stuff, so I know about Dissidia, but I haven't played Dissidia myself. If they would have spent more time on it and not tried to change the summon system, also given more depth to their characters instead of making them super one-sided and tropey, 13 would be a great game. Yeah, I think a lot of media suffers from making their characters really tropey, which is unfortunate. I'm like, can we get some nuance in this house? Yeah, so those are the ones I played. I've played 7, 7 Remake, 7 Rebirth, Crisis Core, 10, 15, and a little bit of 4. A little bit of 4. That's 7. I have touched 7 Final Fantasy games. I've completed like 4. So, I would like to get through a lot more. Johnny is not wedged here? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on, my screen over here is absolutely, it's buffering. Where, why? Why? Where, who? Where, how? My screen is being weird. Where is Johnny? Johnny? Hey, Johnny's above Wedge. Johnny's above Wedge. Or do we not like Johnny? Man's pulled himself up by the bootstraps. Hey, he's above Wedge. I think that Johnny is on his way to become a successful businessman. But sadly, it feels rushed. You need 3 games to understand the first game. Oh, really? Some system is crappy. The characters are about as deep as a puddle in the road after a light rainstorm. Oh my god. But Caius is voiced by Liam O'Brien, though. But Caius is voiced by Liam O'Brien, though. That would be enough to get me to play that game, to be honest. Wedge should be way lower. Oh, but Wedge is like so wholesome. Wedge is doing his best. I feel like Wedge is where he needs to be. Right in the middle of the doing their best category. Honestly, I should have put Biggs ahead of him. But yeah. Should we move on to the carried category? Which I know this is kind of unhinged because Salmon's up there. Need I say more? Why Salmon carried this game? Salmon carried this game because Salmon introduced gamers to the first Bow Wow Wow song in Rebirth. Bow Wow Wow, Bow Wow Wow. Yes, Salmon carried. Salmon rewrote the internet when this game was released. Salmon Bow Wow Wow'd his way through the world, and I will forever appreciate him for that. Therefore, he belongs in the top tier category. Then we have Barrett. Where is Blanca? Oh my god! I forgot the cat. No! I forgot the kitty. I forgot Tifa's cat. I don't know where I would put Tifa's cat. Let's put Tifa's cat right up with her. They're pals. I'm sorry, I forgot the cat. We could put Blanca and Cutie Patootie are doing their best because she is a single mom who works 2 jobs. She's doing her best. You know? she tried. But yeah. Salmon is at the bottom of the carried category because I truly believe he carried. And then we have Barrett. Because Barrett in this game had some of the best, I don't know. I just really appreciate his development between game 1 and game 2. And he's just such a sweet character. And his oh my god, his arc is literally so good. And I'm really bad at describing things like this unless if I have like a transcript right in front of me. But I just think he had like a lot of really great moments in this game. And I didn't really use them that much as gameplay. But his arc, especially like in chapters like, was it 7? And yeah, like 7 through the rest of the game, like 7 and 8 especially. And then like how he's just, I don't know, he's just like there for everybody too. And I just really appreciate Barrett's presence as a character and on the team. If Vincent was a playable character in Rebirth, I would be like, why is he not in the top tier? Do I have Claudia? Oh no, but I don't have Brian either. Claudia and Brian really didn't do much. Is there someone here that did more than them? That's warrants a rewritten tier list? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think all of these characters did more than Claudia and Brian in Rebirth. But it's Cloud's mother. She's doing her best. Tifa's dad is also doing his best. There. Is Mai there? No. Does she deserve to be? Oh my god. She had to birth Cloud and deal with him growing up. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. I just didn't think about every character. What even is this song? It's something from Skyward Sword. I don't even know. Yeah, there was some characters I forgot about. I actually did forget about those ones, and some of them I intentionally left out. Like, I did forget about Mai though, but What was the Nibelheim singing chef lady? Christine. Yeah, Christine was sweet. Christine is cutie patootie for sure. I really don't feel like I need to explain why Tifa and Aerith are at the top. Aerith almost beats Tifa in this game, but I think, well, these two are really tied, to be honest, because they both had such strong roles in this game. And I remember seeing when the game first got released, people were upset because they were like, man, I feel like Tifa got sidelined in this game so much. And then I played it and I was like, I don't think we played the same game, because I think she had an incredible role in this game, and I loved seeing her relationship with Cloud develop. And I'm not talking about ships. I'm talking about like how it was rocky at the beginning, and it kind of still is rocky, especially at the end. But the way that she's like working through her own memories and trying to understand where Cloud might be coming from, and the way she's like working with Aerith, like, hey, he brought this up, and she's trying to trust her own memories, and she's also trying to overcome her own insecurities because she doesn't like herself. And I don't know. Tifa was really great, and Aerith was so amazing for those reasons as well, because they just are both such incredible characters. And Aerith is also trying to get to know the real Cloud, and Aerith is like the savior of the world. Like, I love her so much, and she's always like the light presence in the group, and I just love so much the role that she played. And she also carried in this game, because her little, once you got that radiant ward out and you started doing all the magic, oh, she was unstoppable. Oh, once you got the radiant ward out, game over for the enemy, I say. It was amazing. It was amazing. And I really loved her gameplay once I finally figured out how to use a radiant ward. And her story is just so special to me too, and getting to see her meet Elmira and her last moments with Afalna, and oh, it was so sad, but it just really builds on her character and her backstory, and I just have such a great appreciation for it. And she's such a sweet soul too. I 100% think that these three, I'm sorry, Salmon, but like these three absolutely belong at the top. Absolutely. They 100% belong at the top. Yeah, I meant what I said. I just realized that all of the main cast of characters are literally a D&D group. Pretty much. Which is why I keep saying, oh my god, I just like sprayed myself in the face. I think playing like a D&D game based off of like existing media would be so fun, because for me it's really hard to get into like D&D lore. But if you're gonna write a D&D campaign and make it like Final Fantasy VII themed, oh, sign me up. Sign me up. I would absolutely play that, because then I already know the lore. Probably just put Sephiroth a lot higher on my list. Where would you put Sephiroth? Again, y'all, if y'all want to make your own tier list and put them in the Discord, like, I would love to see. No judgment here, no judgment, because everybody loves who they love. And this is like a combination of like story as well as gameplay, so it's not like one or the other, you know? You have an FF10 D&D campaign. Really? Written? Oh my god! That would be so cool. Also, this music is... this is from Breath of the Wild. What the hell? It's Goron City. Above Sid. Above Sid. And you know what? Fair. I just rank him low because I just get so annoyed. But I do enjoy him as a character. I really do like Sephiroth, and I think he's a fantastic character. But I was like, fuck you. I was like, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to make Cloud doubt Tifa? Ah, hurts my soul. You really love the world of Spira. I want to dive back into the world of Spira because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there was things that I didn't really grasp my first time playing. But a Final Fantasy X replay is like not anywhere near in my future, but Final Fantasy X-2, I don't know. Maybe after 8? I don't want to overload on Final Fantasy though. You're gonna go to bed, so good night everyone. Good night, Paige. Have a great night. I will also be signing off soon because I think pretty much got like my post-rebirth thoughts out. I think I've pretty much, unless we want to just go hop back in the game and look at everybody in Costa del Sol, then I think this is like my time. What do you think the next game will be called? Oh, we've got so many theories. I think Return. Yeah, that was on the bingo, and I think that's very plausible. I personally don't like it, but I think that it's plausible, like absolutely plausible. There was also, I would say Reunion, but they already named Crisis Core Reunion, so I don't think that would be up there. There was, oh, what was there? Hold on, I'm gonna look up the definition of a word, and then I'm gonna see if it could work. I don't know if this word could work. There was remember, there was, I don't know. Remember could work, but I feel like it's a little too on the nose. Nah. I think return is more likely. Let's see, what's this word? Never mind. The word I had in mind does not work. I don't know the definition. But hang on, if you're gonna sign off soon. Yeah, I think I am gonna sign off soon. Let me check if there's anybody live to raid. The one dev said he wanted to call Rebirth Reunion but couldn't after Crisis Core. Yeah, that sucks. But I think Rebirth was a good name for this game because it just, I don't know, it just fits. It just fits, you know? I think it was a really good pick because I don't know, it works because it's like a reborn story and there was enough changes to make it so it's like reborn. I don't know, but y'all, that is my tier list. Hold on, do I have I think I might have another picture to share. Where is it? Let me see. Is this the one? Guys, I took this screenshot. Oh my god, it's so small. It's so big. Look at it. I took this in chapter whatever the frick. I really like this screenshot. It's my treasured Cloud Tifa screenshot. Wee! I love it so much. Anyways, yeah, that's my little tidbit for the day. That's my little yeah. Post Rebirth chat. Just look to see if you had anyone playing Rebirth or any 7 on live on your follow list, and nope. Yeah, me neither. I also checked. No one is playing that I followed though. Maybe we could, I don't know. Let's see. Oh my god, not me passing my own stream in the... Oh my god. Does that ever happen? Oh, someone else is just going through the end. Oh, crazy. Oh, such crazy times. You know what? I might just say goodnight because I had a long day. I had a long day. There's a lot of things that happened today and I'm getting a little, I need to go to sleep. But you guys, we should put on Aerith's theme. It's only fitting. But before I do log off, next week, oh wait. This one's very nice. I'll go to Aerith's theme though. Oh wait, flowers blooming in the church. I don't know. No, this one's fine. Aerith's theme. So next week will be another, I'm losing my voice. It's like cracking. Will be Breath of the Wild again on Monday because Zelda Mondays have officially returned. And then Final Fantasy VIII. I know next to nothing about Final Fantasy VIII, but Final Fantasy VIII streams will be beginning next week. And I'm very excited. And so I really don't know anything about Final Fantasy VIII except there's like, you know, some things with Laguna. I know about Laguna and some things about him. I know about there's a romance subplot because of course, so excited. 8 is your favorite. Oh my gosh. I'm excited for you and for me. So if there's any Final Fantasy VIII lovers, that's gonna be my next Final Fantasy journey and where I pretty much know like everything about 7. I know nothing about 8. Some character names. There's like a Cypher, there's a Squall, a Renoa, what else? There's that girl with the glasses. Is it Quistis? I don't know. So we will begin our Final Fantasy VIII journey next week, and it's gonna be really exciting. So yeah, but I'm gonna log off because I'm tired, but Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII to this day continues to be my Roman Empire, and I just love this game so much, and I have such great hopes for part 3, and I'm so excited. To this day, if you've ever known how to say your name, Quistis? Quistis? Everyone else, yes, but her, turns out my brain is just gonna be like, vibe. Just gonna vibe. It's been fun. Get that good sleep. Thank you, Pumpkin. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Chatters and lurkers alike. I appreciate you all. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Hearts, hearts, hearts. And thank you for joining me on this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth journey. Because it's so, my heart. Gotta save this VOD to rewatch when the new game comes out. Oh yeah. I also highlight all of my VODs. So if there is, I don't post them on YouTube. I just highlight them all and I put them in collections. So if you're at any point being like, I want to go watch that one Rebirth stream that Taylor Skies had, it'll be there. I haven't posted all of the, I haven't collected them all into the Rebirth collection. 10 of them are there, so I need to post the rest of them in there, but they all exist. So there's that. But yeah. I just love this game so much, and I'm so happy that I got to share it with you all. It means so much, and it was so special, and yeah. Now begins a long wait to part 3, but thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate you. Have a great day, a great night, a great time zone, a great weekend. Take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I will see you next week. Bye, hearts, hearts, hearts. Appreciate you so much. Good night. Good night.